In 3, 2, 1, welcome back to another episode of Bunch of Bananas. I'm your host, Kevin.
And I'm Eric.
And today we have Phil Wang in the building.
Hi, Bananas. It's so good to be here.
No, honestly, man, it's amazing to have you.
Thank you so much for coming through.
Oh, no, I'm so excited about coming.
Yeah?
I've been watching your clips. I really like your top 5 lists. I like your energy.
Thank you.
I've just never seen 2 Chinese guys. Oh, sorry, 2 East
Oh!
Asian guys.
No, he corrected
That,
himself. He corrected himself.
corrected, yeah.
But
I just love watching 2 East Asian guys talking like roadmen. It's just amazing. Where else can you get
You
this?
say road, but I'm actually from Blackpool.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So I was born in London. I moved to Blackpool when I was very young. And yeah, literally lived there, raised there until I was 18, came down into London.
Oh, wow. You
Yeah.
don't have a Blackpool accent at all.
And it's because I've been here for like 7 years.
He doesn't want that accent.
And also I don't want a northern accent. It's a bit...
But if you didn't hear, if
a
he
bit
didn't tell
crazy.
you he was from Blackpool, who would you say has more of a roadman accent? Or that's what people call it anyway.
Between you two?
You're
Yeah,
straight
between
from
you,
ends.
by long shot.
You're straight from ends, literally.
Nah, it's interesting that you say that because obviously, I'm not sure if you look, we spoke about it briefly earlier, but if you look at our comments section, apparently I look like Jamie from Top Boy. I
Yep.
don't see it.
No, I definitely see it.
I look like,
It's your
not
lips,
even sound
it's your lips
like.
and your eyes. That's what it
I
is.
look like-
And also your nose.
My nose?
Yeah.
What are you trying to say about my nose?
I'm not-
This is
I'm not
literally
trying to
the
judge-
Asian
I'm not
nose.
trying to say anything.
That's the V Asian. No?
Yeah, the Asian nose. Actually, I don't want to say that. Would it get cancelled?
No, it's
but
fine.
like the Asian nose is like it's like this. We don't have.
What's
let's be real.
why are you gonna cancel about that? You think you're scared you're gonna get cancelled because you're saying you have an Asian nose?
He's scared because obviously...
You know where I work.
Gotta
be careful what you say,
Wait, so
you know?
where did you grow up?
So I was born and raised in North London all my life. So
North
London all my life.
Okay, yeah.
So the way I talk, it is influenced by where I've been brought up, where I've grown up. So people out there that are like literally that are commenting like, oh, why is this guy talk with a black accent, or why is he trying to sound like a roadman? This is literally how I sound.
First of all, it's not a black accent.
It is, and the technical name is MLE.
MLE.
Yeah, we learned that.
We learned that
Oh, nice,
recently.
nice,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Multicultural London English.
Yeah.
There we go.
So
I
it's just-
didn't know what it was.
We didn't know about this until we got it in the comment section.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
when people started commenting, why do they sound black, or why are they talking with a black accent, or why are they trying to sound like roadman, etc., right? When other people start responding to those comments, it's like, oh, it's not a black accent, it's an MLE accent. That's when we start to understand what an MLE accent is, which is quite interesting, really, and it makes a lot of sense because in London you do get a lot of people with different versions of the way they speak English.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a diverse place, right? One of the most diverse places in the world.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, you don't really what's your accent?
So I grew up in Malaysia. I was
Yeah.
my dad's Malaysian and my mum's English.
Okay.
But we lived in Malaysia until I was about 16.
60.
Oh yeah, we knew
Yeah.
that part.
Yeah,
we did read a
bit.
We did read a little bit.
We read a bit.
Yeah,
I skimmed it.
If you read this book right
Yeah.
here, you'd know all about.
Your life.
It's the only reason I'm on this podcast is because I saw this in the background.
Have we sadly told him the truth that we haven't read it?
We have not read. We haven't read
Dude,
half these
my
books.
house is full of books I haven't and will never read. So I totally
For
understand.
decoration. It's all for decoration.
But I was there until I was 16 and then moved to Bath in the West Country here. And then moved to London after university. But what I have is now quite an English accent, but when I first moved here, I had an international school accent. So that kind
Okay.
of American sounding. So people thought I was American or Canadian or something when I first moved here. And that turns out to be something you get in international school no matter where you are in the world.
Yeah,
Whether it's Dubai or Thailand or Singapore. If you went to international school, you end up with the same American kind of accent.
Yeah.
It's actually my
That's
favorite
kind of what I
accent. And my favorite accent, one of my favorite accents are literally, I don't know why people disagree with it, but
Your favorite accent is the
I like-
international school accent?
No.
No one likes international
My
school.
favorite accent is they're in my top 5, but it's
Top
American.
5 accents. What are you talking about?
It would be in my top 5. It's
Okay.
American and Canadian. I don't know why, but I really like the
But
accent.
which American
Interesting.
accent? There are lots
That's
of
a
American
very valid
accents.
point. I
Yeah.
don't know which one. I just know it's American and
The kind of
Canadian.
East Coast or
the-
the vocal...
Can you demonstrate?
Well, I mean, even on the East Coast, you have like Brooklyn accent. You have the
Probably ones that are
kind
not
of
too
Maine
heavy, but the ones that sound a bit smooth and nice.
Smoother.
Smooth and nice.
Yeah, I
So
don't know,
like a CNN accent. That kind of... Is that what you mean?
maybe.
That's too newsy, man. That's too newsy for me.
Maybe.
That accent's crazy, that one.
But okay, I do
So
want to ask
dramatic.
you. I obviously have
Captain
questions
Workman
about
legs.
because obviously
He's too big for the sofa.
Yeah, this is a thing that you guys... Because when you commented, when I arrived at the studio, you were just so shocked that I was tall.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, I
And
couldn't believe it.
I couldn't believe how small you guys are. I couldn't believe it.
I don't know how you're surprised. Usually, with
Well, it's because you always
Asians,
sat
we're short.
down.
It's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
But
And Yeah, I mean, these are normal sized bananas. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
That's just how small Eric is.
Yeah, that's how small we are. That is. No, I couldn't believe it, man.
This is a pillow.
This is a good measurement of how. This is a good measurement of how tall we are. That's crazy.
Yeah. No,
But honestly, it's because my mum's English. My mum's, I'm white. So I was the tallest member of my Malaysian family when I was like 13 years old. Like I
Wow.
was big. Yeah.
your family must be small over there.
Well,
Okay.
I mean,
That's such an ego boost.
13, you were taller than the whole family. That's
I
crazy.
just felt like a freak. I was just so
It's an
big.
ego boost, man. You go anywhere. You're like
yeah.
people gonna want to take pictures with you.
No,
It's so true.
But honestly, when people meet me in person, if they know me from TV or something, they're all the first thing I always say is, "You're tall." Wow.
Yeah, on TV, you. All right, I'm not trying to say anything about the way they've shown you, but you don't look as tall.
Well, you know what it is with stand-up is that every stand-up adjusts the mic stand to themselves. So that's the only thing you have to measure them against. So they always look the same height.
we did present it like a few months back, and the mic stand was literally above our heads.
we posted a story and we literally commented, "Why is it so tall?" It was
I was
crazy.
like, what the fuck? How do we adjust this
We'll
shit?
show you that story later. Actually,
Yeah,
we literally
yeah.
posted a story about it. We haven't adjusted it or nothing. We literally took a story with it. Like, why is it so?
Yeah.
It's literally up there.
Yeah.
The mic was taller than
We
us.
never felt so tall in our lives though, because we were like obviously above everyone else when,
Yeah.
when we were on
What was
stage.
this event?
It was a talent show.
Playground.
You did a talent show.
We did Asian
Yeah.
talent show.
You like presented or you took part?
Yeah, we
Presented.
presented. We can't.
Present.
We don't have talent.
We don't have talent.
So essentially, so Playground is probably the biggest Asian hosting clubbing event.
Yeah.
Playground.
Organization. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's called Playground. So it's a very big organization. They host Asian clubbing events pretty much every
Asian
month.
clubbing
Yeah,
event.
Every
clubbing
month.
events. Yeah.
And
That's wild because I've seen videos of like all these
that's
Asian
probably
people
Playground.
clubbing in the UK. I'm like, where is this? I think
Playground. You can follow up. And
no
then,
way.
honestly, like it's amazing. They've really touched into like a market that is very needed.
Yeah.
Like literally, it's mostly Asians. Obviously, you've got other people there as well, but it's 100% amazing vibes. And they pretty much have an event like every month. For,
Yeah.
maybe a Christmas event. Sometimes they even have like some type of like what's that dating one?
I have no
Where
idea.
you
what
wear
you're
different
talking about.
colors to show if you're single.
Oh, yeah.
complicated,
Traffic
or
light.
Oh, yeah.
Like they have like
Yeah.
different events. And if you're Asian, honestly, it's a must go to.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Do you have to be Asian to attend?
No, you don't
No,
have to.
no,
You
no,
don't have
no,
to.
no,
But you
no,
are
no.
Asian, so regardless,
Yeah.
it doesn't really
Yeah,
matter.
yeah,
And maybe, hopefully I'm
And you're
Asian
Phil
enough.
Wang, mate.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll be the
man.
tallest guy in the club.
No, you
I'll be
actually
a-
would be.
But
You
then
actually
you
would
would be one of the most moved to people in the club.
Yeah. Honestly,
People use
hi-
me as a meeting point.
Oh, well.
They be like, well, I'm next
You
to
are the
the
traffic
tall
light,
guy.
that's what it is. Yeah, you're the
Where
traffic
are you?
light.
Yeah, do you see the tall guy with the white shirt?
Yeah.
I'm there.
Go to him. Go to him.
Wow, that's
We'll stand
crazy.
by
No,
him.
it was actually shocking when you came in. Like, I'll be real with you. I knew you'd be taller than us. But I didn't realize you would tower over us.
Yeah. Now, how tall are you again?
I'm 6'1".
6'1".
Yeah, yeah.
Nah, so you know when people say they're 6 foot? Yeah, they're not 6 foot, but I thought you're like 6'5" or something.
I'm past it. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
past 6 foot.
He's
Yeah,
nearly
yeah.
a whole foot taller than us.
Nah, yeah.
Okay, we're not 5'1", let's be real, but I'm 5'5" on a good day. 5'5" on a good day. The right shoes elevate me.
Don't you wear those?
No,
platforms?
cut that. Sharp.
I like to say I'm 6'2" after Pilates. Honestly,
Oh,
if
wow,
I do
okay.
Pilates, I get a little bit
What,
further
can you
more than
stand
come back
straight or
up.
something?
Well,
Now
like-
you get more limber, innit?
Really?
You're actually a little bit taller after you wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
No way that's true.
You are. Because
I slouch you.
then
When you-
as the day progresses, you just get slowly pulled to the ground.
Yeah, I need to
Gravity, you
work on like straightening my back when I walk and like conduct myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
'Cause
just pull your shoulders back.
I'm always like literally like right now, like I'm slouching.
Yeah.
No, you guys got good posture. That's the main thing I noticed when I first saw your clips. Was like these guys
Really?
have good posture.
Mine's really
Really?
bad.
Our
No,
po-
mine's terrible.
Our posture's the last thing people will compliment us on.
Yeah. I don't. We don't get compliments. That's the thing.
Yeah, what's the first thing you get complimented on?
I wore this cardigan the other day for one of the videos, and he says, "Where can I get this gay ass cardigan from?"
No, they didn't say ass.
What
But
did it
people, I thought people were roasting for the cardigan. And
It was
say,
a
like,
nice cardigan.
Why are you wearing this cardigan? Or they'll say something about it. But yeah, you got pretty much.
It was
lot of
a
people
rainbow
interested.
cardigan. Yeah.
A lot of people were interested in the
Okay.
cardigan.
Yeah, it was nice.
But you haven't responded to them.
Well, it was quite rude.
I
to me
can't.
still.
I do with comms, but
Yeah.
I can't respond to something I don't know information about. So I can't be like, yeah, you can buy this from. Like I can't really answer it. You have to answer those questions,
all right.
or post a story. I'll be like, for you guys, that
I
want to
think
know where I got the
there's
card.
like AI apps now. They'll just find it for you.
That's
You
scary,
just
man.
put a
AI is
picture up,
crazy.
yeah.
AI
it
is
is.
scary, man. At this point, right, because we do a podcast and our face is there, different, movements and everything. I feel like they can use
Yeah.
so much of it.
Yeah. No, we did. We actually uploaded a video recently.
What are they gonna do with it?
I don't know what they're gonna do. Man. People are crazy
Are
nowadays.
people coming after you?
I don't know. Maybe one day.
One day for him, maybe. Yeah.
Well,
This guy's crazy. This guy is crazy. Anyway, that's another story. No, we posted a video of us we translated it in Chinese. Not translated it. We literally put it through this AI app, and it basically made us speak Mandarin.
Bro, it looks realistic.
It's
Huh?
crazy. Yeah,
you know, our top 5.
Oh, like, and your mouths
mouths
changes.
moved a lot in
Yeah.
Mandarin.
Wow.
And even our voices
Unless
sound.
you focus on it, you won't realize.
Yeah.
Like if you kind of just like, you know, you have a little glimpse at it, you might just think we're actually speaking Chinese.
Yeah.
But we're not.
Yeah,
Like that shit it's insane.
it's crazy. It's crazy.
And do you guys speak your respective languages?
I don't speak Vietnamese, but I speak more of a Vietlish.
Yeah. And
Vietnamese, is that Vietnamese English?
Yeah.
Oh, because we have Manglish.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
it's
I have Chinglish as well. There we go.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Nice.
So when you can't speak your language fully, you integrate aspects of your main language. Which is English here.
Throw a few English words in there.
It's quite sad though, because when I went to Vietnam recently, before that I thought my Vietnamese was pretty good. I thought, like if I wanted to, I could be an interpreter of Vietnamese. Wasn't really the case, because you know how you're surrounded by your family.
Yeah.
They kind of have an idea of how you speak, so they can kind of fill in the gaps.
Right.
So I was going to
Yes,
Vietnam
of course.
back as an adult, and then I'm going out on my own, going to the coffee shops, chilling there for hours, chatting to random people. First thing they'd ask me after they hear me speak, like, "Where you from?" Or anh ở đâu á? Anh không phải người ở đây. Basically, you're not from here.
And
Where
that's
you
after
from?
you've been speaking to them in Vietnamese.
Yeah. Apparently, it's not even, I don't even need to speak.
It's the accent,
It's
isn't
the way
it?
I walk as well. Apparently, the way I walk screams not local.
Yeah.
Does that happen
And also
to you?
what you wear as well. No, it does.
No. I dress like I'm Viet. I wear no, not like that. I'm wearing.
Oh, your fake North Face, yeah,
Nah,
t-shirt,
nah.
yeah.
Stop baiting that stuff out.
Huh?
Look, I wear like sliders, slippers, wear shorts. And a
In
shirt.
Vietnam?
Yeah, in Vietnam.
Oh, yeah, right.
You're not gonna wear
Vietnamese
sweats
look.
in Vietnam, bro.
I don't
Come
wear
on.
sweats, bro. I said shorts.
Yeah, but I'm saying you're not gonna wear like.
Anyways, moving on.
But maybe are you like walking around like you're surprised by everything? Maybe.
Nah, I
I
don't do
think
that.
you're kind of
Yeah,
like.
you walk around like an actual tourist.
No, I walk like I'll be real with you. I walk around like I'm a king. I don't know. When you go back
Do
to
you feel tall over there? Is that why?
No, it's not even that,
Oh,
man.
okay,
You
okay.
have to understand, when you go... All right, I'll be real with you. When you go to Vietnam, as someone who's from a Western country like the UK, you feel big. Like, yeah, you feel big. Like, people... There's a lot of respect towards
Is
you.
it physically big?
No. I just feel big.
No, like
Because, obviously they see people that live in the West, in UK, in America,
Yeah.
as living in a better place.
Yeah, sure.
And they associate you with better life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And obviously, then they're trying to introduce you to their nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I feel big.
only
But then
if they
also
knew where you live, mate.
But then
The
they,
trenches.
and then they try to scam you.
But your family out there.
Yeah, I got family out there.
Yeah. But do you find your Vietnamese improves when you're there?
Oh, 100%.
Because
Yeah.
I went to China for the first time ever in 2019. My family's Chinese Malaysian. Like
Yeah.
their dad came from Hainan, but they're not from China. My dad's generation not from China. But the Chinese we learned was Mandarin, and my Mandarin was always terrible. And then in the run up to this trip to China, I just got lessons and I practiced. And then once you're there, you can feel yourself get better day by
Yeah,
day.
yeah,
You get
yeah.
better.
Because you're more integrated
Yeah.
in the country.
Exactly,
Yeah.
in the
Obviously
culture as well.
incorporating the language more.
But I think it's the only way to get good, though.
Yeah,
Exactly,
100%.
exactly. We
So
speak
we-
it every day. Exactly that.
I should do that more at home.
Yeah.
Oh, what's your heritage, may I ask?
So my dad's from Hong Kong,
Uh-huh.
and my mom's from Vietnam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's loads of Chinese Vietnamese here,
But he doesn't-
loads,
Is there?
loads, loads, yeah.
Oh, yeah, there is.
Oh.
He doesn't really claim that he's Viet unless it's necessary.
But you're full Viet.
I mean,
Do you know what though? Our parents all from China. They migrated
Yeah,
from China
let's go
to
with that.
Vietnam.
By
Vietnam.
root, I'm
Yeah,
Chinese,
that's
but I
true.
say I'm Vietnamese because family moved there, and that's why I speak.
Oh.
I'm an embarrassment to the Chinese culture, so I can't really claim that I'm Chinese. I'm actually embarrassing. I can't.
Wait, well, you don't really.
I've got
represent-
friends that know more than me, like friends that are not Asian that know maybe
Bro,
more.
I'm the whitest
Chinese
Asian
words
you'll
than-
know.
Oh yeah, no. When you meet a white person who's learned Chinese, is the best Chinese in the world.
Oh, yeah,
They're-
yeah.
Because they've learned it like, was
Textbook.
it? Textbook. Yeah, academically.
Exactly. Yeah,
Like their
academically.
tones are more accurate than a lot of native Chinese speakers because native speakers are a lot more loose with it.
Yeah, exactly.
But if they've learned it like from university onwards, they're like pang pang,
Yeah.
not pang pang, but all their tones are all
they got their
exactly,
tones on, yeah, yeah.
exactly right.
I didn't even know there was like 9, 10 different tones. Honestly.
In Cantonese, there's 9 tones.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
exactly. Yeah. And
Yeah, no
my-
thanks. I'm not even gonna try touch that.
No. Cantonese is hard. It's such a hard language to learn.
Well, so how
Yeah,
many languages
possible.
do you know?
My English is okay.
No, your English is amazing, man.
Thank you. Malay, my Malay is probably second best because it's not a very difficult language actually. And then Mandarin is third. It's just it's
Three
just hard.
languages. Damn.
But my Mandarin's not good. My
No, but
Mandarin's
Malaysia,
not-
they speak a lot of languages over
Yeah.
there.
Really?
Yeah, but all quite badly. So everyone speaks in Malaysia. Everyone speaks a lot of languages badly.
Okay,
and that's why you
okay.
get Manglish. So you get I think that is actually the national language of Malaysia. Is that
Wait,
it's all
seriously,
Manglish.
seriously, that's the national language. Manglish.
Well, I mean, like effectively, the unofficial official
yeah.
language is Manglish.
All right.
It's all the languages kind of mixed together, mainly Chinese and English, but then lots of Malay also mixed together.
Hey, you can say in Vietnam it's the same thing with the Vietlish, you know. Loads of these Vietnamese people incorporate English
What's
words.
a classic Vietlish phrase then?
Bro, they say hello and bye. They say
Hello
hello
and
and bye.
bye.
Do you know Sunjao? They don't
Everyone
say that
says hello and bye, bro.
Yeah,
What
but I'm
the-
saying like that's...
what do you mean? It's that?
I mean, it's
That-
universal now.
Yeah, it's
So if
always
you
been
go to a
universal,
foreign country
bro.
and they say hello, you're like, oh,
Yeah, shit, man, you know
speaker.
English, bro. Wow. Seriously, come on,
Moving
man.
on.
What the hell, bro?
That's
I
funny.
waffle sometimes.
When I said we say hello and bye, I was like, wow, what phrase is that? But you're saying we say hello and bye.
What I mean is like you just incorporate actual English words into the sentences when you don't
Right.
to fill in gaps basically.
That's it. The same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's because a lot of Chinese Malaysians don't know enough Chinese, and they have to plug in their gaps with English.
Ah,
I
interesting.
mean, I know Chinese Malaysians who don't speak any Chinese at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
because of international school though?
No.
Oh, just in
Yeah,
general.
Yeah. Their first language is English and then Malay, and then their Chinese is really so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Chinese is such a hard language. It's like 2,000 characters. It's
Well, that's
like,
it, and you can't like guess what it looks like from the sound. It's not like English. You go, okay, well that's the sound.
Yeah. You can't.
Chinese are like, well, I guess there'll be a tree in the corner here, then
Yeah.
a fish down here. It's hard, man. It's just you have to learn by rote.
So would you this is different, but would you say you're more in touch with your Asian side or your white side?
Yeah, it's something again covered in this
Oh,
fantastic,
Only if you read it, man. Only if you read it.
good audiobook as well. If you're not into
so we're gonna
reading.
say you know what? If you want to find out, read his book.
Yeah.
Cliffhanger. It depends where I am. Like if I'm in an Asian restaurant, I feel pretty Asian, and especially if I'm in a dim sum restaurant,
Yeah.
all the white people around me are like, "Can you order for us?" I
Yeah.
feel pretty Asian. But then when I'm back in Malaysia, I feel pretty Western all the time. If I'm
okay, so
among my
depends.
family, I feel pretty Western, really.
Yeah, I can
I think it's you're always defined by the
you're in.
situation
Yeah,
you're in,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
the context
yeah.
you're in. But yeah, so sometimes I feel pretty Asian, sometimes I feel pretty Western.
Okay.
But it depends on the context.
Which
I
one do
think
you-
that's the ideal
Sorry,
mix.
go on.
Yeah, I think that's what you want, really.
Yeah. Which one do you like kind of like on stage and like as a comedian, which one do you kind of represent more?
I am probably on balance more British on stage, but recently my Malaysian accent has come back on stage.
Oh,
Okay.
Because I realized, it's actually quite funny. So I go,
a lot of
and
comedians.
like that, I'll add that Malaysian kind of intonation to
Yeah,
things
yeah.
because like it sets me apart. No one else sounds like that
Yeah.
for obvious reasons, and also I think Malaysians are very funny.
yeah.
And the Malaysian intonation is very funny and very sarcastic.
Yes.
And so now if I have a bit of my stand-up where I have to be at a loss about something, I'll go, really? You actually think that, Rodin? You actually think that's a good idea? And I'll say that on stage. And I'm not going to say this is how Malaysian people talk, but people
Yeah.
go, that's a weird way to say that.
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
funny. I've never heard him. I guess he's doing a goofy voice. But actually, I'm just doing a Malaysian accent.
But
Do they know that?
don't
Did the
fit-
audience know that?
no,
Because
they
they
don't.
don't, do they?
They
Yeah.
don't. And maybe they go, oh, that sounds a bit Asian. Maybe he's tapping into the Asian side.
Is your primary audience then like English people, white people? Or is it
Oh, I think any audience in the UK is probably
yeah,
going to be
probably
mostly.
okay, yeah.
But I get some East Asian people. I get a lot of mixed race couples, which is always fun.
okay.
You know, and if I do a bit about an Asian experience, it's always fun to look at the mixed race couples, and the Asian one will be like punching the white
Yeah,
person
yeah,
in the
yeah.
shoulder.
They
you know, so
relate
you-
to it.
Yeah,
Of course, yeah,
That's
yeah.
really nice.
I mean, like, so would you say from now on you're going to look to incorporate more of your Asian identity into your comedy acts?
you know what? It's so dependent on what. I mean, what you do as stand-up, it's dependent on two things. It depends on what you know and depend on what the audience knows.
that's true, yeah.
Both have to come together for it to work. Like, if you just talk about stuff that you really know and the audience has no clue about, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
And so when I first started doing stand-up, I didn't even say I was Malaysian. I said I was Chinese. Because, like, people barely know, people in this country are barely familiar with Chinese culture, let alone
Exactly,
Malaysian
Yeah,
culture.
Malaysia's a complete rogue. It's complete rogue.
That's it. And so I would say I'm Chinese. And then people started, like, over the last 10 years, Southeast Asian cultures have really blown up in the West. first Thai, and then Vietnamese, and now Malaysia is kind of coming through.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
usually, as always with Asian culture, through the food.
It's like a little race.
Yeah,
Well,
the food
it is. So Thai food became huge here, and
Yeah.
then pho became huge.
Yeah.
And then Malaysian is now kind of coming up. You
Yeah.
know, and so
Rasa
now
sayang.
that's it. Yeah, Rasa Sayang. Yeah,
Shout
great
out.
restaurant. And so now I actually go up and say I'm Malaysian Chinese, and so I can trust that people have a better idea of what that is.
Okay.
You know,
So-
because you have to meet people where they
Yeah.
are.
Definitely, yeah.
In terms of like, obviously, you know, we know how Asians are kind of, you know, struggle. I guess we have, I would say there's challenges being Asian in media.
Yeah, yeah.
Would you say, what type of like challenges have you faced as, you know, as a Asian, you know, as an Asian
He's
in
got a
media?
white card though.
Ah,
He's got the
that's
white
true,
card as
that's
well.
But
true.
honestly, stand up.
Is there any?
You know, right now it's good to have a non-white card. You know, it kind of sets you apart. You know, and,
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and when I started off, I was the only East Asian really kind of doing it, and I sometimes wonder if I would have done as well if I didn't have this thing that makes me different. But then the other hand, I think the downside was, people would often assume I wasn't British, or I was a foreign act, or that I wasn't around actually. So I don't know if I missed out on work at the beginning because people just thought I was visiting from, I don't know, East Asia or America or something.
Yeah.
And I guess the other difficulty being East Asian as an act in the UK, and also having not grown up in the UK, is you don't have this wealth of shared references, reference points. You know, like someone like Mickey Flanagan can go on stage and he has this whole wealth of shared experiences with a large majority of the British public that he can tap into.
Yeah.
Which is great, and I'm envious of that a lot of the time. I come on stage, I don't have that. What I have to talk about is what makes me different, and I've sometimes feel maybe there's less. Like, I didn't know what Mr. Blobby was for so long.
Mr.
I
Who?
don't know who that
Mr.
is.
Blobby, exactly. Oh, you're probably just too young. But you know,
Well, I mean, I'm
do you know
not that young.
Noel Edmonds? Noel Edmonds. Is that his name? Noel Edmonds. Wow, you guys are so young.
We're 25, 26. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I know how old you are.
I mean, okay, you're too young, but also I got here too late, and they're just these cultural reference points like Mr. Blobby,
Okay.
or old, I don't know, the names of old sweets, or just what it was like growing up in the UK in the 90s and early noughties that I just wouldn't know and I can't tap into. And so, from a material point of view, that can be a disadvantage. But in terms of marketing yourself and getting known, being different is very helpful.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good to have something unique about yourself, isn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah,
Of course, of course.
that's it. And I've only had, like, in terms of racism, I can't really remember one racist incident, which was like early on in my stand-up career when I was just doing stand-up. My first few gigs in London, I did a gig in Shoreditch, and I got on stage, and this guy at the front just went, "Number 69, please." Like you're doing a takeaway order.
Yeah.
But then
Took me a
also-
while to get that.
But then also it's a sex position, so it's like a sex thing and a race thing at the same time.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking about the sex position. I'll be real with you.
Yeah.
Well, that's just how far our society has come.
Basically, it's true. Then when you said the takeaway order thing, then I was okay, cool. I remember now because we literally always talk about takeaways.
Yeah, right.
Because of him.
But because of delivery stuff, we don't order by numbers anymore. So that thing's kind of gone now. So,
Yeah. I mean, people nowadays don't really. I find now.
I think takeaways are disappearing, like slowly starting to kind of.
But also
kind of
just like in general. Like
Yeah, because now
racism is-
restaurants deliver.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. How did you? How did you get into comedy?
It was around 2006, 2007. I was in boarding school in Brunei.
Wow.
Do you know where Brunei is?
Yes.
It's on Borneo. It's like a small principality on Borneo, a very rich
See,
principality.
I'm like the most uninformed person in just anything related to geography. So I'll be real with you, like even about culture, anything.
Have you
to do
heard
with
of
culture.
Brunei?
I've heard of it.
Okay.
Okay.
Just
that's
don't know
fine.
much
That's
about.
enough. That's
But
enough.
yeah, but like
yeah.
That's enough.
when it comes to things like this, like the podcast is a very good like way for me to learn about culture and just learn about all these things that I should know.
All right. This is why you do it. This isn't even recording. You're just
Oh no! It's recording, but no, it's just a good learning curve for me. So
Oh, great,
everything
great.
you're telling me now is just
Yeah.
things that I'm absorbing it now like a sponge.
Anyway, what
Yeah.
happened in
Well,
Brunei?
your brains are sponges at this age.
Oh yeah,
so-
yeah.
I'm not that young. I'm 26.
You look like a baby, but ages don't raise them, man. Come on.
Yeah, I take that.
You look like 12 years old.
I'll take that.
I get ID for cinemas now still. You know what I mean?
I get ID'd for energy drinks at Sainsbury's.
You get ID for a
everyone
monster.
does. Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone does.
Yeah. Well, look, your bones are
looks
still
like
your
you-
bones are
yeah,
still
yeah,
growing. You know, you don't get in the way.
The banana's still bigger than you, man.
Bigger than you then, because I'm taller than you.
I thought I have a banana meat.
I'm actually taller than him. I'm not sure.
I'm
if
on a
he knows.
pillow. I'm
that
on a
true?
pillow.
Yeah, I'm taller. I'm slightly taller.
No,
than
you're
you.
not.
I am taller than
You're
you.
not.
I am taller
You're
than you.
not.
Bro, I'm moving on. Sorry.
Sorry.
Well, I mean, there's a
okay.
very easy way to settle this.
We can stand up right now.
We can.
Will we be in frame?
Actually, just in case though, we'll do it off camera.
Oh, interesting.
But I know I'm taller. I just don't want to embarrass you.
Okay.
Oh, how thoughtful.
Yeah, I know.
Right,
But anyways,
sorry.
sorry.
Carry on.
Release the secret tapes.
we
Release the
need
secret
to- we
bunch
need
of
to get it
bananas
out.
tapes. This is the early days of YouTube. Again, this makes me feel so old, but these are the early days of YouTube, and like people started sharing clips of Russell Peters.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know Russell Peters?
I know the name.
He's an Indian Canadian actor who became huge when these clips of his stand-up special started getting shared on YouTube, and because he talks about loads of different cultures, he makes fun of Indian people, of Chinese people.
yeah.
I think I've seen this stuff.
And he just he crushed it on the international scene because he was talking about all these different cultures.
Yeah.
Quite accurately, quite well. And people could really relate to it. And I saw this and I thought, oh wow! And then I saw a couple other stand-ups. I remember watching an American stand-up called Jim Gaffigan very early on, and I just was quite fascinated by this idea that you could just get on stage and tell jokes. And when I was at school in Bath, once we moved to the UK, a drama teacher put on a comedy show in school, and I asked if I could do it, and
Yeah.
I did a bunch of Russell Peters jokes where I just swapped out Indian to Chinese, and I just tried it out, and it went okay. And then I started writing my own stuff,
Nice.
and then it just kind of kept going. And it's kind of
Yeah.
like it still feels like a hobby that got out of hand. Sometimes I still think I need to get back to my life now. I need to get back
Yeah.
to engineering.
Damn.
Oh, that's
but-
what you. Of course, he's
Of
a
course, it's
fucking
engineering. He's Asian.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
of course.
It has to be one of the big paying
Yeah,
jobs, you know.
man. And it's like his
Yeah,
side
that's what I
hustle
studied.
actually.
I studied engineering. Yeah.
Crazy.
But I was like the only engineering student like who did comedy at uni. I was the only
Oh
engineering.
yeah,
student
100%.
who
I
did,
can't
like,
imagine
theatre
another
and stuff.
engineering student doing it.
Well, the other one is Rowan Atkinson. He's the big one. He's an engineer.
Okay, I know that
Mr.
name.
Bean.
I know. Oh,
Mr.
fuck.
Bean.
Oh right.
I knew that name. It's Mr. Bean.
Yeah.
Oh my guys, I need
Yeah,
to.
he's an engineer.
Damn, you're following his footsteps.
That's it. His wobbly footsteps. Yeah, so that's
Role
how
models, role
that's kind of how I got into it, and I just got really addicted to it. I just got obsessed. Like
Yeah.
sometimes you just you hope to get lucky enough that you just grabbed by an obsession or something, and I was just obsessed with it to the point that it wasn't work. I was just like obsessed. I just watched it all the time, studied it, wrote my own, just did as many shows as possible. Yeah, I was sick. I was just like addicted to
Wow.
it, and then and eventually it became my work.
That's amazing.
Yeah, no, it's amazing.
I was very lucky. I'm very, very lucky.
Who would you say has had the biggest influence on you as a comedian?
I mean, like early on, someone like Russell Peters, I was like, okay,
yeah.
Asian
He's
people
awesome.
doing it. But even before that, I remember recently, I went with my mother to a medical conference when I was a kid. I don't know why. And
Become a doctor, innit?
oh, that's it.
Doctor,
Yeah, she's trying
engineer.
to-
Yeah.
Put it in your head. Put it at the back of your head so you know.
yeah, they want me the first Asian kid to be doctor, lawyer, and engineer
Exactly,
all at the
exactly.
same
There's a
time.
guy that does. I'm not sure if you ever saw it, but there's this guy that went viral. It's an Asian guy. I don't know his name,
What is
but he
that?
was literally an astronaut, a doctor. Like,
You can't believe everything on the internet, mate.
bro, it was viral. He was a good looking as well. This guy was the perfect. This is the Asian son my parents really wanted.
Yeah, and they got you, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Moving on.
But the first ever stand-up I saw was a guy called Harith Iskandar, who's a Malaysian stand-up, so the first Malaysian stand-up. And he did the after-dinner entertainment at my mum's medical conference. And that was the first time I saw stand-up in person. I was like, wow, this is crazy. I wonder if I could do this. And I ended up doing that.
That's so cool.
But my inspirations have changed over time, and now I don't really have like a go-to stand-up like hero. I think you get along enough in the career, and they're just kind of all
Yeah, it's true
other
actually.
comedians.
I feel like comedy as well is always changing, right?
Yeah.
Always changing.
have to
Especially like
adapt
with adapting to like the
That's
PC
right,
culture.
exactly.
And everything like that. So yeah.
I do have actually something. Obviously, you know how we do our top fives. I actually do have top fives related to the fact that you're a comedian. Like, as a comedian, do you have a top five like comedians?
Oh, it's a tough one,
Like just five comedians you recommend that people should try watching.
How about Asian comedians?
Asian? Is it?
Dude, that's-
Okay,
yeah,
well,
is
that's just name the 5 Asian
That's what I was
comedians.
gonna say because I was like, shit, do I even know 5 Asian comedians?
I mean, I think Ali Wong is
Oh, yeah, Ali
untouchable.
Wong,
I
yeah.
think Ali Wong
Yeah.
and half Vietnamese. I think she's Vietnamese Chinese.
Oh,
yeah,
I like me.
Vietnamese Chinese,
I'm gonna have to watch her then.
Yeah.
Maybe I've seen her face. I just
you've
don't know
seen
the
her
names.
Oh, well, you've not seen her?
I've probably seen her. I don't know the names.
Her first special is really iconic. The one where she's come out in the leopard print and she's pregnant.
Yeah.
Is incredible.
Maybe.
It's incredible.
She's always pregnant. This
Maybe if I see
Yeah,
her.
she's pregnant in both the specials. It's really
see
funny.
her.
No, in both
No,
specials.
she's-
Yeah,
she's-
yeah.
Oh, is it
She's
true?
literally pregnant in
Oh,
both
okay.
specials, yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably check it out.
No, she's amazing. And then Ronnie's done so incredibly well.
Oh yeah, Ronnie Chen.
Yep.
I see. I know some names.
I remember the first time I saw Ronnie's poster. It was my first Edinburgh Fringe in 2013. And I came off the train and was like, here I come, the first East Asian comedian at the Fringe. And I got off the train and there's a Ronnie Chang poster. I was like, who the fuck is this? I was like, you're kidding.
Took it away from you.
Yeah.
I saw the Asian accent just came out of there. Just the
Oh, where did it?
yeah, what you just said.
Oh, yeah. Who
Did
the
you not
fuck
hear-
is this?
Yeah, it just came out.
fuck?
It slid right out.
Yeah.
It just slid right out. That's what she said. Joking.
And then there are a couple of great American Asian comedians coming up. Andrea Jin is really awesome.
Okay.
She's
Okay.
brilliant. She's I think from China originally, but when she was very young, and then moved to Canada, and now
yeah.
she's working in LA.
Oh, wow.
Andrea Jin is hilarious. There's a guy called Jason Cheney, also working in the West Coast. Really, really funny. And I'm sure I'm forgetting some really brilliant people,
Yeah.
but there's loads. And then now in the UK, we've got Evelyn Mock was doing really well, but I think she's moved back to Sweden.
Oh.
But she still comes back from time to time. And Hugh Davies, who will not tell me what his ethnicity is. He just keeps going on stage and saying he's Phil Wang, which is very funny but
Oh
annoying.
my gosh, please, does he actually do that?
Does, yeah.
Brilliant. Fucking brilliant. That's actually brilliant. That's so brilliant. That's actually so brilliant.
There's so many names that we need to familiarize ourselves with. Yeah.
Yeah.
So many.
There's loads, man. Loads coming
Yeah.
up, and
There's
there's more.
loads, yeah.
There's loads of new British Chinese acts coming up as well. So
you know, I would-
British Asian acts coming up.
Acts or actors? Like what do you mean?
Comedians.
Comedians, yeah, okay.
I would love to see literally like a whole dinner with loads of just comedians. I wonder how funny that would be.
We did a couple of years. There's an American Japanese comedian called Ricky Zavetta who does a stand up here, and he would arrange a comedy gig every Christmas called Yellow Christmas.
Oh, fuck
It
yeah, I
was
love that.
just the East Asian acts
Yeah.
would do a gig. It's really fun, and then
Oh.
we'd go for a drink together or go and get dinner together.
Yeah.
That was really fun.
Must be
Yeah.
such a
That sounds
memorable
funny
night.
as
It's a
well.
great night, and
yeah.
we get like a lot of East Asian audience, and
Yeah.
you could do really
all out.
you could exactly and make very specific jokes about
And they will
particular.
understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They will understand.
Like I remember once I got on stage for one of those, and there was like a couple, and I think she was Korean and he was white, and I was like, "Oh, this is sweet. How do you guys meet?" And then she was like, "Oh, we met in Korea." I was like, "Oh, was he an English teacher?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I went, "I don't like this anymore." And the whole room was like, "Yeah, we know exactly what he's talking about."
It's good when your audience knows what you're talking about.
Of course.
Like, again,
Yeah, yeah.
it
Of
goes
course,
back
yeah.
to the fact that you have to tailor your acts to the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really fun. It's rare though. It's rare that you can be so specific about East Asianness. The other, and then what's the other one we did? Or maybe this was organized by a different British Asian group, but we did like a gig in Chinatown for. Oh no, I think it's Chinese Arts now. I think they've changed to Lang, the name, but it's a British East Asian arts collective. You should look them up. They do great stuff, and they did a gig once a year for a couple of years, and we did one in Chinatown, and it's like all East Asian audience there. And what did I said? I said, what's great about doing this gig in Chinatown to all you guys is that after the show, everyone can just go back to work. And you can't do that kind of joke in front of them. I did.
Caught me off guard. That caught me off
It's
guard.
true though.
It's true,
We're
it's true,
hustling,
it's
we're
true.
hustling out here, bro.
Hustling,
But
man.
you can't do that joke anywhere else
Yeah,
or to
yeah,
anyone
yeah.
else. And I think that is something as East Asians you miss out on because we don't have this very collective sense of community. We
yeah.
don't. We didn't come to the UK as in a single group until recently, which is very interesting.
Yeah.
So the largest influx of immigration of like a single a group of immigration to the UK since Windrush happened 2 years ago
Oh really?
from Hong Kong.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and no one talks about it. No one talks about
yeah.
it. It happened, and no one talked about it.
That's
but I
true.
think I don't know if I got my numbers right, but it felt like 100, 120,000.
Yeah.
Moved in more or less one go to the UK.
I think it's
a
because
huge
it's
influx of Chinese
huge
people,
influx.
and no one's mentioning it.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to see a real change in British culture of the next generation, because there's this huge influx of new British Chinese people.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, that's a history lesson right there.
Yeah, well, it's not even history. It's like literally 2 years ago.
Yeah, literally
It's
2 years
crazy.
ago.
Yeah.
Have you ever bombed it on stage?
Mummed it?
Bombed.
Bombed. Oh, bombed.
Like you.
So basically, I bombed it. Like made a joke that was just
Yeah.
either it did not hit,
Like an Asian
or
joke.
it's gotten a very negative response.
All the time.
All the time.
Really?
All the time. No, but, well, I'm not all the time.
Okay.
I'm better now. But basically, the bombing never stops. People, I think, if you don't work in comedy, you think, oh, a bomb is something that happens like once or twice in your
Yeah,
career.
yeah.
It happens. It's a very fragile thing, stand up, and there's a lot of things that can make it go wrong. If the lighting is
100%.
wrong, if there's one person chatting in the corner, if something weird has happened in the room that you're not aware of, it's very fragile. It's not like music. Music, you kind of play over it.
Yeah.
But in comedy, you need the silences as much as you need the words, and anything can ruin it. Or sometimes I'm just not in a good place, or if I had a drink and I shouldn't have had, or it's too full, or all these things can play into it.
I thought drinking would help you out.
No, you think it does. Sometimes you get lucky and it puts you in this right frame of mind. But
Sweet spot.
And some comedians work very well on alcohol, but I can't do it at all.
You need to be
that's
sober,
pretty
mate.
Chinese, really.
Yeah.
But the bombs, they get less regular, and you get better at handling them. But they never stop. There's no comedian on earth for whom the bombing stops. It never ends. I've seen like huge names bomb.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you say bomb or bomb?
Bomb.
Okay.
Or die. We usually say die.
Okay, fair.
This is the point now where if I send my clips to like my editor in Sri Lanka, he put bombed.
Yeah. We have a subtitler, and it's so.
Oh,
funny.
you outsource this freelance?
Sometimes when he can't be asked, or he's too busy,
Yeah.
he'll outsource the subtitling part of it.
Yeah,
And then obviously we're quite hard to understand. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But there'll be clear words. There'll be very clear words. Like we say something that's very clear. It'll be, let's say it's 2 syllables. You put a 1 syllable word.
Yeah.
And it's completely off base.
Off base.
Off
And
base.
Like he's invented a new word.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah.
We genuinely think he's using AI.
Yeah.
We genuinely think he's using
sudden,
AI.
yeah.
It does
He's using
sound like
AI
that.
to subtitle.
Yeah.
Must be. But back to the bombing it on stage. Like, what would you say is your most memorable, like, negative experience of that?
Thanks for making me relive this.
Oh shit. Sorry.
Oh man, my most memorable.
Most memorable
I
bomb.
I think it would have to be the Yorkshire Accountancy Awards 2019, 2018 maybe. You have to do things called corporate gigs sometimes where you go up and you present awards for a particular industry
Yeah.
or something. And a lot of the time the room is not set up for comedy. So I remember in this case, there was a dance floor between me and the first table. So it makes
heck?
it you need to be quite close for stand-up to work.
Yeah.
There was just this whole like gap between me and the audience, and a lot of the time they're not expecting a comedian. And a cardinal rule of comedy is that you can't bring comedy to people. They have to come to you. You can't just make it happen in the corner of a pub or anything.
Yeah.
People will get annoyed, and so that was an element of it. And I came on and I was like a bit too weird. Like I read like jokes ironically off a bit of paper, and I should have known. That's too weird. You just have to play it straight.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
the accountancy
Yeah.
awards. You can't be weird about it. And that was a rough one. That sticks in my
can
mind as
imagine that.
maybe
Sorry
the
for you
worst.
reliving
Sorry for
memory.
making you rid of that.
Yeah.
But thanks. I really appreciate
so
that,
sorry
guys.
about that.
Can't wait to
That
come
was my
back on
bad.
the podcast. But the kills outnumber the deaths. I promise.
Oh no, 100%. I can imagine that.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
you're
what
doing well.
it's stand up. You're killing or you're dying. Those
Yeah.
are the 2 words.
I mean, you're performing at Apollo in Hammersmith in what,
Yeah.
like a week?
That's it. So by the time this podcast comes out 9 months ago,
No, I'm being dead serious. Probably come out like a long time. I can get this clip
I mean,
specifically
I
to
will,
get out.
yeah.
But in terms of the whole podcast, we never know. We never know.
Yeah, we are
might
very.
not even see the light
We're
of day.
very much backlogged, but
I've got 60 podcasts on
but
my
in
laptop
terms
right now.
of,
oh yeah, but I'm at the Handsmith Apollo 23rd of February. If this
That's
clip
it.
comes
I
out,
was literally just about to ask you to explain that a bit further.
if
You
this
just
clip
read
comes
my
out on
mind.
time. Yeah.
But yeah,
that's
no,
my
honestly.
biggest show ever. It'll be my biggest solo show.
Oh,
ever.
amazing.
How many?
Congratulations.
How many people?
About 3,000. I think the capacity is about 3,000. Yeah.
I just don't get. Like honestly, I have the utmost respect for you because
You're jealous?
no. I have the. Stop doing this. I have no. See what you mean. You put
wait,
me.
wait,
No.
go ahead.
I was gonna say, look, I have the utmost respect for you and anyone that's able to perform in front of a massive audience. Because we literally just performing in front of about 100 people. The nerves got to us. Like, oh, we did well. Don't get me wrong. We smashed it.
Oh, this is at the talent show.
The talent show. I think we smashed it.
Honestly, though, I think performing to 100 people like that is scarier than performing to 3,000
No
people.
way.
It is because they don't know what
way.
they're expecting. You don't know if they're expecting you. They don't know if they're expecting jokes. You kind of have to make it all work out of nothing. When I turn up on stage at the Apollo, there'll have been an opening act. They're there to see me. They know who I am. They know what to expect. They more or less know the rules of stand-up. And they're kind of primed and ready. I think what you're doing is much harder. That's much harder. And then that's why you're starting out in comedy is much harder. Because people come into you not knowing what to expect. But also, like, a small number of people is a more embarrassing number of people to perform to than a lot of people. I find it harder and more awkward being funny in front of like 5 people at the pub than I do in front of an audience. Because when in a stand-up show, there are rules. People know what's about to happen.
Yeah,
You get on stage, you talk for a bit, people laugh, you get off. In a social situation or when you're hosting a talent show, no one really knows how it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
You know, or you're hosting the Yorkshire Accountancy Awards. No one really knows how it's supposed to go, and that's always harder. I think it's more about context than the number of people.
I mean, I guess it's all about also like probability. I mean, if you got more people, then you have a higher probability that people are gonna laugh at your
That's
jokes.
true, yeah, that's exactly right. And it's easier to get a room going. In the UK, you need to get the whole room going. I find when you perform in the US, people laugh as individuals.
Oh yeah.
But in the UK, you have to convince the entire room.
And they just copy each other.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's laughing, I'll laugh
They're
too.
like sheep, innit?
Yeah, and then if there's more people, you're more likely to get a bunch of people going, and then they can sort of infect the rest of the room. You know, and 100 people, they're a lot more self-aware of each other. It's a little harder to make them laugh. So, I think a smaller number of people actually make harder than a big number.
I know.
I mean, the biggest number of people I performed to was at the O2. I was on. Graham Norton had like a lineup show for the Just for Laughs London Festival, and it was like a bunch of. It was a lot of like drag queens and like queer performers, and me. And
What are you talking about, man? They must have loved you.
No, honestly, Graham Norton introduced me as, and now for some diversity, we have a straight man. And honestly, the crowd of the O2 went, boo.
Really?
Honestly,
Oh, no.
I don't think
straight.
Graham wasn't expecting that to happen, but everyone just, boo. I came on, but I won him over. It was fun.
Okay,
it was
that's
really
good.
fun.
Oh, there we go.
But that was 7,000 people.
7,000.
That's 7,000 people.
couldn't
That's the
imagine
most
that.
like single number of people. But at that point,
70 times what we did. 70 times.
But at that point, honestly, it's not even like you're performing to people. It's like performing to the weather. It's like you're performing to
Okay.
the wind or something. It's just like you do a joke. You wait for that to come back. Do the next joke.
You have to see how they respond to it. Your
Yeah,
section.
and it's more like it's like playing an instrument at that point because you just have to listen to the sound, wait for the sound to come back, and then do the next joke, and then wait for the sound to come back. Especially when it's that long, you can't start your next joke before the end of the laugh. So you have to do a joke, jokes. Then it becomes like a technical exercise, and you kind of forget you're performing to people. If you then go in your head and go, "There's 7,000 individual human beings in this room," then you'll freak out.
Yeah, that's the type of shit I would
But
do.
you just have to play to the crowd.
Yeah, my OCD won't make me overthink. I'll start. Do you know what the benefit of this whole when we performed in that talent show? I'll be real with you. So we got on stage and started to see the people, and I'll start to get my. I'll be real with you. My hairs start to stand
shat
up.
myself.
We did well. Again, we smashed it in my personal opinion.
Oh, great!
I had-
Laughs. You get laughs.
Yeah, actually, I think we did really well.
That's great,
Hosting
man.
for our first
I mean,
live.
Yeah.
But my hairs were standing. But luckily, and I'm so happy that this unintentionally happened. But when I looked into the crowd, I barely saw the people. The light was just that
In our
strong.
eyes,
It was
yeah,
in
in
our
our
eyes.
eyes,
It
yeah.
blinded me.
That's it. Yeah.
And
we're
I'm
too
so
short
happy
as
that
well.
happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're short. But
Also,
can't
that's why
see
at
anything.
good comedy clubs is really dark in the audience and you can't see. You can see maybe 2 rows.
Is that intentional?
Yeah, a lot of the time. Yeah, you can only see about 2 rows. I mean, when that bites in the ass is when someone shouts from a corner and you don't know what they look like, you don't know who they are, you don't know what expression they're doing it in, and you just have to play off the sound, and that can be tough. But usually it makes it easier to perform if they're just in the dark, right?
Yeah.
What would you say is like the best advice you can give to any Asian trying to, I guess, make it out in the media?
In the media in general,
Yeah.
I mean, I can only speak with experience about comedy.
Yeah.
And
He
that's
was in Willy Wonka though.
Yeah, but that's
Wonka. It's called Wonka.
Okay, well, all right. Sorry, bro. Fucking hell,
Right,
mate.
right. It's called
Shit,
Wonka.
man.
But I got asked to be
Yeah.
on Wonka because I'm a stand-up comedian, and the people who made Wonka and Paddington, Paul King and Simon Farnaby, and they know British comedy, so they
Okay.
were able to approach a bunch of people they liked in British comedy, and I was very lucky to be asked to be on. But I got to that point by doing stand-up.
Yes, yeah.
And my advice to people starting out stand-up is to do competitions. This is like the most Tiger Mom answer,
Yeah.
but you do competitions, and that's how you get seen, and that's how you get better, and that's how your set gets tighter, and that's how you meet other comics and meet people in the industry. So I would say the best thing you can do is look up competitions and just do as many competitions as you can.
Do you ever consider yourself as like an Asian representative?
Sometimes, yeah.
'cause
And
I think
sometimes
you are.
people come and say that I was the first East Asian they saw do stand up, or that my book meant a lot to them, or
Your faces, by the way, on these covers are funny. Even on your posters as well. They're just like,
It's like this.
it's just like, yeah.
oh yeah.
It's so like dramatic sometimes.
My current post, this one's very dramatic. My
Yeah.
current poster for the show is me screaming, crying, which I think is funny.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
to.
Oh,
do a
yeah,
cry
The
face.
flower.
The Asian experience.
Yeah, it's basically it's Midsommar. I just love the Midsommar poster, so I just want to make a Midsommar poster. And it's part of the reason I started in the first place was I didn't see many East Asian comedians, especially not in the UK, where we're very unseen, and certainly we're then. It's getting much better, but we're a very unseen minority in the
yeah,
UK.
definitely.
And I thought this is a gap I can fill, and kind of be the Harith Iskander for someone else.
I don't know who that is.
The guy I mentioned earlier, the first stand-up I saw in Malaysia.
Sorry.
So sometimes people do say that, and I really like, and Resonate. I don't know if you know Resonate, but they're a British Chinese.
I thought you meant the word, just resonate.
No, they write stuff online. It's kind of like an online magazine, I guess. Resonate. They
Okay.
talk about East Asian issues in the UK, and they wrote a very nice piece saying that it was nice to see me in Wonka, and what was really nice is that I didn't look out of place.
Okay.
And that
Was it just a diversity checklist? No, it wasn't.
Yeah, well, I didn't stick out like a sore thumb,
yeah.
and that was really nice to hear. And so things like that I really love to hear. But I think the best example you can be is to pursue what you do well and honestly, and not just to pursue it for a social or activism reason, but just to do the thing well. I think is the best thing you can do.
Just be obsessed.
I mean,
obsessed with it. and love
be
it,
obsessed.
Yeah.
He said that earlier. Innit?
Yeah,
You find something to be obsessed with, and you grind at it.
Yeah.
But that's why I think this podcast is so great, because it really fills a gap. There's not really this Asian
Oh,
representation.
thank you very much, man.
Kind of thing going on.
I haven't seen Wonka yet, but when I do, I'm looking forward to kind of looking for you. It's gonna be like, I'm not sure if you remember Where's Wally.
Yeah,
Where's
of
what?
course.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Where's Phil, just looking for you in the whole show. There he is.
It's actually more prominent than you think. I was thinking like,
He's got a big role, bro. He's not just a
Physically
yeah,
as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah.
Shouldn't be that hard. Easiest game of Where's Wally in the world. Oh, I just got a question. All right, okay. This is actually a question I'm quite curious about. Obviously, because you're Asian.
I'm Asian, white Asian.
Yeah, white Asian.
Yeah.
Do you get Asian flush?
This is interesting. I used to, and then I drank through it.
You
drank through it?
drank
Honestly,
through Asian flush.
Honestly,
drink through
my first few drinks. I mean, this is dangerous advice to give. I'm not saying that because apparently it is sign of a real allergic reaction, and it means
Yeah.
you shouldn't be drinking
Yeah,
alcohol.
I mean,
exactly.
we don't
Yeah.
have, okay, I learned about it. But essentially, Asians lack the enzyme to break down alcohol properly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And I think it might be similar with lactose. Might be because
I think I'm lactose, but it doesn't matter. I'll still eat cheese.
yeah, that's nice. But I did when I first started drinking. I got Asian flush.
Oh,
yeah.
just drink through the pain.
Drink through it.
That's not the advice. I don't want to be.
Phil Wang said drink through.
I don't want to be on the record as
No,
saying
no,
if
no,
you
stop.
just take it, handle it, just keep going. No, I used to, but I don't anymore. But I honestly can't. I don't have that much of a thick skin to alcohol. I can't drink before a show.
Yeah.
I don't drink now. If the show's important, I won't drink the day before, and ideally I
wow.
won't drink 2 days before. But I do love booze. I love it. I really love it.
I
But
don't.
I know my limits now. I'm at the point now though when I can tell the drink that is going to take me over to the next.
Oh, which one is that?
Well, no, I can
No,
feel it. I
yeah,
can
yeah.
feel it. I can
okay.
take a sip and go, okay, I'm at the point now. This is.
When you know you're a professional, you just know.
I think it's just getting old. It's just getting old. Do you guys get flush?
Yes.
Yes, terrible.
Bad.
Really,
Very
it's
bad.
really bad.
No, like terrible.
How many drinks in?
Oh,
do
not
you
that
get
much,
it?
mate. It doesn't even have to be a tequila shot. It could literally be a cider.
Yeah.
It could be one cider.
Really? Yeah.
So
But
one
we are
soju bowl.
like a foot smaller than you, so it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah. It's not that hard.
Do you know what I mean? Like we don't
It
have
makes
the,
its way through our body
the
quicker.
height or the mass to like soak up the alcohol.
That's a valid point, actually. Yeah.
No,
'cause
you need
Yeah, we're so
master.
short. It literally makes through our body like
It goes quick, bro.
very quick, and it's bad as well. Very bad.
Well, I remember my dad. My dad would get Asian flush when we were kids.
'cause he's
and
Asian.
That's because he's Asian, yeah. And like, I remember he'd come back from a function. He didn't drink very much at all, but he'd come back from like a function where there'd been beer or whatever, and he'd be like red in the face, and we'd be like, "What's wrong with Dad?" And he'd come in and he'd be very jolly,
Oh, yeah.
and very affectionate, and he'd like. I remember him kissing my mum,
Aw.
and you know it's not like they aren't affectionate to each other, but they're just
way
not.
more.
They don't kiss in public.
Yeah.
But like
yeah.
he bent over and like she sat down. She wasn't smaller than him. But he bent over and kissed my mum, and we were like, "What's going on?" We were just like freaking out.
Yeah.
But he just had Asian flush.
Yeah, Asian parents don't show affection.
How does she
like that.
react to that? Like, obviously, she's a bit caught off guard, but
Yeah, she'd be like, "Oh," you know, just like,
like,
"Oh, hello."
I've actually never seen my parents kiss.
There you go.
Deep it. I've actually never seen it.
Deep it.
Yeah, like,
Oh,
think about it.
Oh,
well, that's a
right.
good point,
Yeah.
you know.
There you go. That's
Well,
what that's you can put in your.
Is that Emily? Deep it.
Is that what? Sorry.
Is that an ML
slang.
an MLE
Yeah,
slang?
I guess so.
It's
Deep
slang.
it. So that means like think
Like,
about
just
it.
think
Yeah,
about it.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Deep
We
it.
should test your Asian, not your Asian slang, your British slang.
Yeah, test my MLE. I mean, you'll destroy me. I'm
All right,
terrible.
slang. All right, let's see. Oh,
Bunda.
Do you know what
Bunda.
Nash.
Okay, Nyash
What?
is like ass, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nyash
So do
is
you know
ass.
what bunda is?
Also ass.
Yeah, also,
Yeah, also
ass.
ass.
Ass. I'm
But
gonna
le-
guess all of these are ass.
But leng.
Oh, Leng is really nice, really good.
Yeah, because it kind of sounds like Chinese, isn't it?
Yeah, it sounds like
Leng
Leng.
jai.
Yeah, exactly. When I
Leng
heard
jai.
Leng for the first time, I was like, "Is that Leng Jai?"
Yeah.
I want to claim it. I'm telling you, it's from the
Leng Jai.
Cantonese. Yeah,
Do you
must
reckon?
be.
Do you reckon?
I genuinely think that.
You
yeah.
know what?
That'd be lovely.
An Asian person, a Chinese person must have coined that.
It
that
sounds
slang
so
term.
Asian like.
Yeah, it sounds.
Oh, no. We've learned this. It came from Peng. Peng also means leng.
Yeah,
Also
that's
means
it.
Yeah,
anything.
but-
So was Leng like, you know, sometimes these words come from like consistent misspellings of the word online.
It could be.
So, I mean,
Or a Chinese person got really lazy with
Yeah.
it.
like pone. Pone was like a consistent misspelling of own, right? Isn't it?
Pone was pone.
Oh, pwned.
Like well, this is like gaming term, I guess. Where you get
Yeah.
pwned is like getting
got
out.
pwned.
Oh yeah.
Damn,
Okay,
that's
okay.
a lot.
That's an old one. That's an old school one.
That's
that
when I
one.
was
This
like
is how-
kid.
That was yeah.
I wasn't a kid when this came out. This is it. This is how old I am. For me,
Look at
pwned
that,
is
that
new
old. How old are you?
twang.
30,
I'm 34 now.
34, yeah.
34, yeah.
So just double
34.
age. No, no,
Double?
I'm not double your
And he's
age. I'm
Asian.
not 50.
And he's
I'm not like
Asian.
52.
Nah,
You're
nah.
Asian, mate.
Yeah, I'm joking.
Your maths is
Relax,
supposed to be
relax,
better than
relax.
this.
What else is there? What else is
horrendous.
there?
I like
Buff?
deep it. I like deep it. Buff, yeah, I like buff.
Buff.
Let me see. Butters. Butters is old, though.
Buzz Butters is old.
Oh, so you know that one?
I know Butters.
Oh, okay. So I guess that's a really old one.
God.
Let's see what other ones is there. Piff.
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 You're making these up now.
No, Piff is one.
What's Piff?
Oh, she's so Piff.
Also Lang then.
Oh,
Also
why
Peng.
did I do it? Now I just gave it away. I gave it away. Wag one.
Okay, what's going on? But
Yeah, fair enough.
that's
Yeah,
that's
Fair enough. Let
What
me
else is there?
see.
Shit, I can't think.
This is the thing when you have to think about it. You're like, I don't
Yeah,
actually know.
yeah,
You know what?
yeah.
Because we use it so naturally, you don't have to think about it. But when you have to think about it, just
That's
coming on
it.
top of your head is so
That's
difficult.
it.
All right, a sickie.
Like pulling a sickie?
Yeah.
When you're sick for work?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
come
that's-
on.
that's
That's
not-
old.
Is that not slang?
No,
No,
pulling a
mate.
sickie. That's like,
It's not fucking proper English, is it? So it's slang.
nah, man.
By
Like,
that right, it's slang.
Technically, but
nah,
at the
like,
same time, it's like
old white people in Kent
All right.
say
Yeah.
sickie.
All right. Techie.
Techie.
bro, it's
like
same
a technician.
Yes, no, you know.
Ah,
that.
see, he doesn't know it.
Okay,
He doesn't know
you
it.
don't know that one still.
Techie,
Wow.
you explain it then. Explain
It's
it. Then.
like you're being like
Look,
it's technical,
look,
isn't it? It
look.
is technical,
Yeah,
though.
technical. It does mean technical.
It does mean technical.
Yeah, it means technical.
but like you're being long with it.
Well,
it's long.
use it in a sentence.
Yeah, that's a techie situation.
Like
Yeah.
that's a technical situation.
Yeah.
As in like difficult, complicated.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's it,
realized?
that's it, yeah.
I feel like slang was just made by people too lazy to say the whole word. Or say
that is slang.
Yeah.
sus.
Suspicious.
Yeah, it's a very easy one, isn't it?
Mate, these are not new ones. There's new ones out there.
But did you know these already, or are you just putting it together?
No, I knew sus.
Oh,
And,
okay,
and
fudge.
techie I kind of put
Let
together.
me see.
now, kids
moist.
nowadays, moist.
Moist. Does that mean good?
Moist.
Yeah,
That's-
you
yeah,
can
but
go-
Phil, you're moist.
Yeah, you're moist.
Yeah, I guess that doesn't sound like
Yeah,
it's
that's
good.
sound right. Does it? Nah, it's negative. It's like you're. Oh, I got another one after that. Actually, it's just basically you're not cool. Like
Oh.
that's it's not a cool thing.
Moist,
Or
that's
if I
moist.
say, for example, like Kevin, you're moist. Like
Thanks,
everything you do is just moist.
No, I'm not. You're moist, bro.
But it's like lame,
Yeah, lame,
Yeah,
lame,
okay,
lame,
right,
lame,
right,
lame.
right.
Let's be comparison.
Wet.
wet.
Just chatting shit now.
Is that
Wet
all?
is a what you mean? I'm chatting shit. Wet is literally a slang term.
You're wet.
Yeah.
No, it's not, bro.
Are you
Is it,
fucking
is it
kidding
similar
me?
to moist? I'm gonna guess it's
Yes.
similar to moist. Right. Okay.
What do you mean?
No one says you're wet, bruv.
Yeah, bro. I'm from the ends.
You're
He's
wet.
from the end.
Actually, I don't want to say that. I'm gonna get cancelled, bro.
No, you are from ends. You are from ends. Oh, what's a good one? Kids nowadays, they speak a whole
Kids
different
nowadays,
language.
bro, don't say it like that. You're making
No,
us sound
honestly,
old,
these
and then you make him
alphas-
sound older.
They're called alphas now, right? These are
what?
alpha kids.
Really?
Is it alphas? It is alphas.
Nah, you're
Alphas,
joking.
like
Yeah.
alpha male, but different.
No.
different from
Like,
alpha male.
that's
now.
just a generation of kid, like the generation.
Oh,
of kids.
after Gen Z,
Yeah,
because it's
after
back
Gen
to
Z.
back to A.
Yeah,
I still
yeah.
can't believe we're Gen Z. Well, not you. We're Gen Z.
No, you are Gen Z.
No, I'm
34.
millennial.
You're millennial?
Yeah, I'm solidly millennial.
34. How is he Gen Z, bro? Are you stupid?
All right,
I'm still
sorry,
shocked
bro.
that we're Gen Z. But I consider us.
No, we're like on the cusp though. But I feel
Yeah,
like
I think
more,
like cusp
yeah,
is like 28, 29 years old.
Yeah,
Year olds now
yeah.
are on the cusp of Gen Z.
I feel I'm more millennial than I am Gen Z because of the people I hang out with.
Nah, you're Gen Z. You're both
Okay.
Gen Z for sure. You're both Gen Z.
He's
You're
like,
both
nah,
Gen Z.
fuck you guys. You're Gen Z. You know what? It's just no. When you compare yourself to like, because the Gen Z, I told you like, but you know the Gen Z kids, like they're 18 or something, but everything they do is an emote. They emote everything.
Yeah, they emote. They put they stick their tongues out.
They stick their tongues out.
Oh.
They do like
They make a gesture whenever
Yeah.
they speak. They're like,
Well, isn't that interesting? Yeah, I guess they'd be the first generation who learned expressions from depictions of expressions.
they
Yes.
saw them when
Whereas
they wrote.
the rest of us came up with the depictions of expressions from our expressions.
Yeah.
But they're literally learning it from emojis.
from emoji. Yeah,
That's wild.
that is crazy. Actually,
They're going to laugh with 2 tears every time. The same on their face.
Oh my god, they do that. They literally do that.
Do they?
They
They
do
do
things
this.
like they
They-
emote everything.
they do
They
emote
have to have an
everything.
action. Like we don't understand what they're saying.
They'll literally become an aubergine if they're horny.
Yeah.
no, honestly, they do Fortnite emojis. Like they do that, all that kind of stuff. Literally.
Did you see what he just did?
Wait. Oh,
Aubergine.
All right, let's go back. Okay. Let's see. All right. Let's do some of what we discussed earlier. All right.
Oh, fuck.
You know
What, the food?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
okay.
That
Ready
looks
for
so... You looked like you were about to
Oh, what do you think I was
beat
gonna
me
do?
up.
Oh no.
Wait, what we discussed
I'm not
earlier.
that much
look,
from
he's
the ends.
5'4", you can just kick him off.
Yeah, it's not that hard, bro.
Look at this, a
You
big-
didn't- like you said, I'm not. This is pretty much life size of a
Yeah.
banana.
Yeah.
Not that much taller. I'm like what, double the size of this? All right. So, what are your top 5 Malaysian dishes?
Okay. Oh, this is a hard one.
We start by number 5.
We always start with fifth first.
Start at 5.
You know, break. You know, just we kind of build up that anticipation
Yeah.
for number 1.
Yeah.
It's hard because actually there's so many and they're so fantastic and I miss them all. But it's getting better and better to eat them here. At number 5 is a rogue choice. As in like...
Hey, I love that he used rogue. I love that. Have we coined that? Have we just coined that? Have we made that an actual thing? I don't think
Rogue?
many people
Rogue.
say it. Rogue, yeah. Not many
no.
people use it in sentences. Do
I
they?
think they do. I'm
do,
afraid
though.
they do.
Oh, for fuck's
I'm
sake.
sorry. Yeah.
Fuck. Okay.
Rogue is old. Rogue is as old as
So
Sicky.
offended.
Yeah. Exactly.
I genuinely thought, I don't see him used that much anymore. We're bringing it back. We're bringing it back.
I'd love to live in your world, Eric. It's full of wonder.
Yeah, I know it is. It actually is. I think I live in a different world to people.
You really do.
But yeah, sorry about that. So what's in 5th
I have
place?
to deal with this, by the way, every day.
In 5th place is a dish called bakute. Do you know bakute?
Nope. You're gonna tell us more about
It's
it.
a Chinese Malaysian dish, and it's a very herbal broth. So but it's with different kinds of fillings. The most classic is pork ribs, so chopped up pork ribs, and it's boiled in this kind of medicinal herbal Chinese broth with lots of garlic.
Oh, yeah.
Really
Asians
delicious.
love their garlic.
Or like with shiitake mushrooms, and the mushrooms
Yeah.
soak up all this soup.
Oh my God.
Or like tofu puffs, and that just soaks up
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
soup. And guts.
Intestines.
Tutap. You know tutap?
Nope.
It's
With
just
bananas.
it's a pig intestines.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
I like
yeah,
that.
And then
yeah.
utap is
Oh, damn.
pork
Some of our
beef
audience
tripe,
is definitely not gonna like that.
Yeah.
No, the pork
of
intestines in this soup is so
You know
nice.
what? I actually like Asian intestine soups.
It's
they
so
do it
good.
Asian
good.
soups in general are all good, bro.
It sounds so rogue to people because some people are not willing to try it, right? But when you try it, you have to understand. Obviously, they've cleaned it out.
Yeah.
And
It still
they've
tastes a bit poopy though, and I like
Yeah,
that.
by the way,
Is that weird?
that's-
I like,
is
it's a
that
bit
true,
poopy.
really?
No, yeah,
Well,
they
it's
don't
intestines.
clean it like clean it. They
Oh,
just
they
No,
clean it to the best
they
they
clean
can.
it.
Don't
It's not,
say it like that.
Bro, they
You're
put
not
all
eating
the
shit.
leftovers in a soup, bro, and somehow it tastes amazing.
I don't know. Look.
They do. They put
I
like.
want to be clear. You're not eating shit. I don't
No,
know.
no, you're not eating
But
shit,
you're
you're
also
not
like,
eating
I believe this is an intestine.
Yeah,
but it's
yeah, okay.
nice.
No, it is
You
nice.
know it's intestine.
It's nice.
You know
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
intestine.
But also, Westerners have been eating offal for ages. It's not quite recent, really, that people have kind of found offal kind of gross.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, East Asian offal, I think, is the best offal because it's in all this soup. And that's why I think that's probably why it has to be in such strong flavored soup is people
Yeah.
are like, these are intestines. I mean, it's poor people food, right?
Yeah.
It's after all the expensive
Yeah.
cuts have been sold.
Exactly.
And you cook what you're left with. But like tutap, I think it's delicious.
I love intestine soups, man. In
really
Vietnam,
nice.
we got one. It's called falao. It's basically like an intestine soup, but it is so good, so good. It doesn't have that poopy taste that you love so much, but it is elite. But anyways,
Got a little bit
moving
dirt
on.
in there.
What is in fourth place for you?
Fourth place, I have to go satay. It's not.
Just satay. Just like the sauce.
Well, this is it. So what we know here, what we associate here with
Yeah.
satay is that it's just a sauce, but satay is a way of life in Malaysia.
the way of
It's
life.
the
Tell
way,
us more about
it's the
it
way of
then.
barbecuing.
Is it like sambal? Is it like that?
Well, sambal is just a sauce.
Oh, fuck.
You fucker.
Satay sauce.
Get out of here.
No, but sambal, people could say sambal is like life as well, bro. It's like a way of life.
Satay sauce is just a sauce that comes with satay, but
Yeah,
it's the sauce has become so popular. Like cooking stuff in a satay sauce, like cooking stir fries in a satay sauce, is not a Malaysian thing. That's a Western idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the
But
Western
satay
version.
is Malaysian barbecue with the chicken and skewers and beef skewers
man, that sounds
and
delicious.
like bits of chicken skin. It's kind of like yakitori, basically.
Yeah.
right? And but the glaze and the marinade has to be done properly and right, and has to use fatty chicken pieces thigh, because the satay you get here is you get a satay sauce, but then it's like chicken breast,
Yeah, just
and it's
straight
and it's
meat,
like
white
deep
meat.
fried,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's not satay.
It's not
The
satay,
proper
yeah.
satay is like got the char on it, and it's like fatty, and it's dripping fat off it, and they got a bit of skin on there, and you dip it in the satay sauce, and then you get ketupat, which is
He's
Malay.
got the accent in there with the words as well. Fuck that.
Bro, he's lived there more longer
He
than us.
knows that. He's talking
Bro.
about their food. The accent's coming out. It's Asian side.
Which is a like sticky Malay like rice cakes, and then bits of like raw onion, also like and raw cucumber. You dip that in the sauce as well. And my father would tell such like loving stories of when he was poor in Malaysia, and
They love doing that.
They'd gathered together. Yeah, it's such an Asian parent thing. It's like back when I was
We'll
poor.
get back to that in a bit. Yeah.
we'd have 1 grain of rice a month, and we'd love it.
Just trying to guilt trip you.
Yeah.
Back in my day, you're like, oh shit, we did this. I had to work non-stop. Just making you feel guilty.
Yeah.
They love doing that.
Yeah, and he'd say we'd save up till we had 30 cents, and we'd go to the satay guy, and we'd buy a single skewer of satay, and he'd give us a little pot sauce, and we'd dip in the satay, and then we'd eat the sauce afterwards, and the most delicious thing in the world. And that's what I always think about when I eat satay, even though I can afford more than one stick in a single pot.
Oh, yeah,
But you
definitely,
have
man.
to-
You're Phil Wang now, man.
Yeah, man.
But it's stories like that make you really love these foods, I
Oh, no,
think. So
100%.
yeah, satay's coming in number 4. And also it's just done so well for the brand. You
Oh,
got to
yeah.
respect what it's done for the brand.
I mean,
for
it's been
Malaysian
Westerned.
food. Yeah, satay sauce is just such a normal thing.
Western over here, innit? And what about
nice.
third place?
Third place, I'm going to go char kway teow.
What's that?
Do you know char
I've
kway
heard
teow?
that, but I don't know what
I
it
So
is.
it's
haven't
hor
heard
fun, the flat noodles.
yeah, okay.
That guy's using whole fun in there. Okay.
I know my stuff, man. And it's
Bro, it's normal, man. What you acting like it's like...
You know what? But he said it with the accent.
Okay,
The way
okay.
I say it is not like that.
how do you say it?
Hor fun.
You say Vietnamese, though. That's fine.
That's not.
Is the word also hor fun in Vietnamese?
No.
Is it
Okay.
not?
I don't
Do you
think
know
so.
anything Asian, he just speaks in the Vietnamese language.
No, I don't.
You speak Vietnamese, bro.
Yeah,
you really
dude.
do.
I
really
speak
do.
Vietnamese, but anyways.
Anyway, sorry, carry
Sorry,
on.
back to that.
And it's like cooked in really high heat in a wok with
yeah.
dark soy and pork lard and traditionally bit of Chinese sausage, that's sweet Chinese sausage.
Yep.
And
Chinese sausage. Lapchung.
Lapchung. Lapchung, yeah.
Yeah, I
lapchung.
know my Chinese a bit.
oh well, you've schooled me there. I don't know what it's called. That.
But
Lapchung.
It might be different, it might be different.
You know your dishes, man. Like you're really like
I've
detailed.
never had these dishes before.
But the traditionally it's a bit of lapchung and clams, small bits of clams.
I love clams.
And then a duck egg.
Oh, wow.
And
Salted.
No, no.
I love.
but,
I want to speak about
scrambled.
that afterwards.
and prawns and maybe a bit of fish cake. But you can throw all kinds of things there, and it's like got that amazing char taste. I make it at home now, but I've got an induction hob, and I can only get it so
induction
good.
hob.
I know.
Are
hey,
you even
I know.
Asian, bro?
I
What is
know, I
going
know.
on?
It's just hard. It's hard to find gas hobs nowadays.
It's true,
you know,
it's true.
people. All my friends like they redo this is the age I'm at. Their kitchen refurbs, like all induction hobs. Everyone's moving to induction hobs, you know now. But you can kind of get it, but you need the big flames.
Yeah.
And you get
That's
that
the Chinese way, man.
You get that char taste, and char kway teow is just so like deep and rich and tasty. And I love it.
I can see. Wait, was this number 3 or number 2?
Number 3.
that was
That's number 3.
number 3,
That
and
had
like,
every meat in it.
but depending on my mood, is number 1. Like for me, the top 3 now are pretty like interchangeable.
It
you know.
changes.
It changes, man. Depends on the weather as well.
So what's
It
your number
depends on the
2 right now?
Number 2, got to say is laksa.
Okay.
Oh yeah, of course.
And again, it's doing so well for the brand.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
coming up. Laksa's coming up. Keep an eye out for laksa. It's coming up. And there's so many different types. I like the spicy curry laksas. I love a Penang laksa. I love like a Kuching laksa. KK, where I'm from, Kota Kinabalu, has its own laksa. There's a bit more like granular, a little earthier, which I think is really, really nice.
Yeah,
But
big flavor.
fundamentally, it's a sort of curry broth with Chinese, and it encapsulates Malaysian food because it's like Indian curry broth, Chinese noodles, a lot of time Chinese toppings are cha sao, but then with Malay sambal as well. So it's like all the cultures coming together, and you've got this amazing dish.
Malaysia's like a
Dancing
hot pot,
together,
isn't
man.
it? It's like, because
Yeah,
it's so
yeah.
like integrated with all these different cultures and places.
Yeah.
They're like
It's
the
so
middleman
delicious.
for all the different cultures.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like this,
exactly.
All right, we're on to it.
Number
What
one,
is
number
number 1?
What's going on?
Come on.
What's going on here?
Number 1, and this is rogue choice again.
Oh, damn.
But this is a deep cut. It's wotan ho. Do you know wotan ho?
That sounds Chinese.
It
Yeah,
sounds
it
very
is. It's Chinese,
Chinese.
but I think it's Chinese Malaysian.
Okay.
And again, it's the hor fun. It's kind of like char kway teow again, but you cook the
Seeing a pattern here, man. You love hor fun.
Cook the hor fun.
Yep.
And then on top you have this gloopy, eggy. So what is a Chinese word that means this kind of like slick, not quite cooked, kind of
Yes,
slimy
yes.
fundamentally, slimy egg. And you pour that on top of the noodles and the seafood in there. So you've got fish cake again and squid and prawns. And you mix it all together and you have this gloopy, very like wholesome kind of
Hearty.
Yeah, umami, garlicky kind
I gotta
of
put umami in there.
and you can only get it at some Malaysian restaurants. And so if they do a watan ho, I'm like, this place is the real deal.
Damn.
Real deal, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
authentic.
It's kind of like when people, you know, when I'm not sure when you guys make like a ramen, an instant ramen or something on the hob, and then after you pour it in your bowl, you just chuck a raw egg over it.
Oh, you chuck it, put the raw egg in after you've cooked it.
Yeah.
That's
Have you ever done
interesting.
that?
I only
Obviously,
do,
the water boils
I put it in. I do it in a hob, not in my bowl, because it doesn't really cook.
I do it in the hob as well.
Actually, in the
Yeah.
hob might be better. Yeah.
But
Sometimes.
then it depends if you're scrambling around, it'll probably cook all
yeah,
right.
yeah. If it's coming around,
Because
yeah.
in pho, you do the same. Like obviously.
How do you say pho?
Pho.
Because I don't know how you meant to say pho.
Don't trust me.
Yeah, don't trust us.
Because I'll be real with you. Like I
Read
don't.
the title. Bunch of
Yeah,
bananas.
with a bunch of bananas. Yeah, like
yeah.
I pronounce it
He
pho.
can't even pronounce his own last name.
Can we not do that?
What is your last name?
Hun.
In Vietnam, it's Huyn.
Huyn.
Yeah.
You know what? Like, I've just grown up saying hun.
Yeah, because
So I'm
ends
guessing
in it.
this.
That's roadman.
I think
ties it.
I picked up on us telling people. So I say hun. That's my surname. Vietnamese people have been correcting me, but the reason why I just stick
Can
to
you,
it.
is, oh yeah, sorry, go on.
No, that's fine. What you just said?
No, I was just wondering, with pho, I've heard that it's actually derived from French.
What?
Yeah,
I wouldn't be
yeah,
surprised.
yeah.
Colonization.
Yeah. Pho. And because like the idea was that it was a take on French beef stew.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know if that's true, but this is just
I
what
mean,
I've heard.
pho is technically it's kind
No,
of
Vietnamese food is influenced by French.
yeah, it's
but I
very
didn't know it was
very influenced.
I mean, the baguette obviously is the most
Yeah,
clear
yeah,
example.
Exactly. Yeah.
Vietnamese, obviously, because colonization and how the French colonized Vietnam, a lot of the cooking techniques and some dishes have been influenced by French techniques and cooking and ingredients.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like you said, the baguettes, the famous Vietnamese banh mi is very much very much French influenced.
Yeah, yeah.
But do you know, surprisingly enough,
And the lacquer, their art, they have lacquer, the Vietnamese lacquer art is, I think, French influenced.
the what?
Lacquer, the lacquer art, the
Lacquer?
sort of, no, it's kind of like a glossy art style. I think it's a way of finishing wood, maybe. And I don't know, this is
Yeah.
testing the
lacquer.
boundaries of
Oh,
my-
right.
I'm not that much in touch with my Vietnamese culture, but
Right.
but yeah, what do you think of the banh mi?
I'm not this is my most contentious food opinion, but I'm not much of a bread fan.
See, for me too.
Oh,
I
then
don't
you
like
haven't
bread
had
so
good
much.
bread then.
Oh.
You haven't
I
had a good-
have. I've had amazing bread.
Really?
And if it's amazing, I'm like, this is amazing bread. But I don't give a shit about bread really. I maybe had one banh mi. I just don't really.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
I
fair
always
enough,
think
fair
like
enough.
if there's rice and noodles available,
There's
I'm not
many
going to
different
pick bread.
types though. There are many different types of
Of
banh mi.
bread. Of banh mi, okay.
Of banh mi.
As in filling.
Like the different
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
There's so many different types, and
Yeah.
there's just different variations.
What's your top
See,
filling?
this is what I'm gonna say. I was gonna agree with you. Out of all the Vietnamese dishes, and I might get cancelled by the whole Vietnamese culture for this, but banh mi is not my favorite.
I think that's fair
That's
enough.
fair enough, man. Well, yeah.
I love my noodle.
Why are you so scared about getting
I love
cancelled for, bro?
I love my.
The things you're scared about getting cancelled for
Yeah.
is really funny.
It's funny
the
because-
most
You said
the
some-
normal opinion.
Exactly.
Is it? I just put the put it out there. But
It's so acceptable. Everything you're scared you're getting cancelled for is so acceptable.
Yeah.
my most beloved like Vietnamese dishes are usually noodle soup dishes.
Yes.
It has to be things like.
I prefer
Banh
noodles
mi?
over rice. In my opinion,
Oh
noodles over rice.
yeah.
Yeah,
I could eat if I had to choose between the two. I'll eat noodles for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Yeah,
Oh, this is a question I always ask. This is my top 5 I always ask people is rank your carbohydrates. So like
Your carbs,
your
like,
carbs.
noodles, rice,
Noodles,
bread.
rice, bread, potatoes, and pasta. You can combine noodles and pasta if you want.
Shit, nah, I can't. Those are the
Potatoes
different,
fifth.
Potatoes fifth. Yeah,
Potatoes
this is
fifth.
Okay, that's a strong fifth.
I mean,
very, very Asian answer.
Yeah. Yeah. So in fifth place, I'd agree potatoes.
Yeah, I think the same for me.
oh,
I like, but
I
I
said
like
pasta
Asian
in fourth.
really?
Pasta
Pasta fourth.
Pasta in fourth.
Oh, actually, no,
That's-
bread. What
That's
the fuck
what
am
I
I
was
talking
gonna
about?
say, bread. I was gonna say bread.
Sorry, in fourth for me is bread.
Yeah.
Sorry, pasta. My bad.
Pasta's, I think,
Third.
third. Oh, shit.
I think you're dangerously close to being exactly the same as me.
Nah,
I reckon
you know what? Let's do
Okay,
this.
no.
No, I think you
Let's do mine first.
My number one, number two. So
No, let me do mine first.
noodles one, and then two is rice, and then three is has to be
Yeah,
bread.
yeah. That's
Oh, 3 is bread. Okay, 3
Sorry,
is pasta
what's
for me.
the pasta?
Nah,
sorry,
you know
pasta.
what?
Okay.
You have to do it like this. In fifth place, it's gonna have to be potatoes.
Yeah,
because
I agree with that. I
I
agree
can't
with
eat
that.
potatoes for the rest of my life. I'll be real with you.
Nah.
In fourth place,
Even though I grew up in a fish and chip shop.
Did ya?
Yeah. it's
Oh,
just-
cool.
in fourth place,
Yeah.
as you learned, banh mi is not my favorite thing. It's not my favorite Vietnamese dish. So you can imagine, bread is not my favorite
Wait,
carbohydrate.
say bread.
So it's fourth place. Fourth place is bread.
Yep.
Okay, you can't hate me for this because it's still top 3. But pasta will have to be third.
This guy's so scared to get cancelled, bro.
Pasta would have to be third.
The Italians are coming
Yep.
for you.
Yeah, exactly. Bro. I have to be
done.
careful.
In
You
the
gotta say
comments.
stuff, And now, obviously, my top 2, like rice has to be top 2.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
Asian.
yeah,
We're
yeah,
Asian.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
If rice ain't top 2, you're not Asian.
Yeah, you're not Asian.
So, anyways, in second place, it's rice and noodles. Like I said, I can have noodles for the rest of my life.
Yeah, same.
In so many different variations.
Yeah.
And in different cultures as well. Like you got pho, you
Yep.
got bun bo hue, you've got obviously ramen, udon, and there's different types of
Yeah.
noodles. I love my fat noodles though.
Fat noodles.
Fat noodles are the best. Pho,
Nah, it depends.
Flat
Man. It's
and
the
big.
Flat or fat? Fat.
fat and flat.
Fat and flat.
Fat
Well,
and flat.
Either. I like flat
That's
or
all
That's
fat.
very Vietnamese.
You're the whole fan,
Am I
yeah.
right in saying most Vietnamese noodles are kind of flat?
Yes, definitely.
Like a lot of
No,
the rice
there's many
noodles
different
Oh,
types.
no, it depends on the
Bun
dish.
Reel-
Depends on the dish.
Bun Reel has
It's a
very
thin one.
thin,
Yeah.
very
Glass
thin
noodles.
noodles, and I don't. They're not glass noodles. They're very thin noodles. Though.
You can
They're
have a
not-
glass
It's
noodle,
not my
no?
favorite though.
Oh, can I ask what your opinion is on potato noodles?
Potato noodles.
It's fucking fire, bro.
Do you like it? I find
the
it's
best.
a bit
We
too...
got potato ramen right over
Chewy,
there,
too,
man.
like
chewy, yeah.
Yeah, but it
Really?
just soaks up all the broth when you actually eat it. It has the most flavor, in my opinion.
Do you think?
Just
You know
because
what?
it just soaks up all the
It's
all the
funny that
flavor.
you bring that up. We literally have the only instant noodle we have in this place is a potato ramen over there.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
niche.
Literally
Rogue.
over there. You can take that home, by the way.
No, yeah, I wouldn't take that from you.
I know it's the only
He actually
instant
bought it from
noodle.
himself.
It's
Yeah.
only. Hey man,
Why you-
South.
You bought it for yourself.
Yeah, I did. But I left it there. I left it there. You know, that's our gift.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we don't have any bunch of banana shirts.
No,
like
I just ordered some yesterday.
Yeah, so
I'd
at
love
some
to give you
point-
one.
Yeah,
We're
you're
gonna
gonna need
have
like
to give you one.
XXXL.
Okay.
Fuck, we
Yeah,
didn't realize they're all
we didn't
medium.
realize you were
Yeah,
6'5".
we didn't realize.
so-
No, XL would be perfect. If you can get me one in XL,
Yes,
I'll happily wear
definitely,
it.
Yeah, no, we definitely.
I
wanna
mean,
give it a shot.
I love my white tees, and this
Yeah?
is really nice.
Thank you.
The font on that is
You know,
really
the funny
nice.
thing is, the
Nice.
original ones probably would have fit in better than us.
Why?
No,
They're
very-
so fucking
very-
oversized.
Yeah,
Right,
very
nice.
oversized.
Like they're sleeping shirts.
Nice.
Like it's insane. It's literally a dress on me.
well, yeah, you're the size of a banana right now.
Tuck
bro.
it in. Yeah, no, but yeah, that's bro, stop doing that, man.
Anyways, what you don't like potato ramen? Potato ramen?
that's
I've
shocking.
never had potato ramen.
Oh, you never tried it?
I've had potato
Oh.
noodles and other things, but I don't.
Potato. Have you tried potato noodles?
Oh yeah, I've tried potato noodles.
Okay,
I just
yeah,
find it very chewy, but they're nice. All noodles are good.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because we did the top 5 recently. Actually, my number 1 was the potato noodles.
My one got more views.
Yeah. All right.
I need to try that one.
You have to. It's
You
so,
have to try it.
bro. It's so. It's,
Mate, just take it. Just take
yeah,
it.
just take
and
it.
Then,
It's that one's not the one he put up.
but
as
one
number
packet might not be enough for you.
not enough to fill you anyway.
Yeah.
But nah, it's honestly amazing. It's so like it's so chewy.
Yeah.
Honestly, the reason why the potato ramen is so good, it's because everything within it is perfectly balanced. It's got a bit of spice to it.
Within the noodle itself?
No, it's not about
on
the
soup?
The whole
packet.
the actual packet.
Yeah.
Like it's so everything's so perfectly balanced.
Yeah, it is.
It's got a bit of spice, but not too much. It throws you off. It's the broth, rich, is beautiful.
He's Malaysian, bro. He can have all the
good
spice in the
point,
world, bro.
That's true. Actually, I can barely handle spice.
Is that true, really?
Yeah, that's where I'm not as Asian as most people. I can barely handle my spice. I'm a bitch.
Okay, well, you have to say it like that, but yeah.
No. I am terrible. I am terrible when it comes to spice.
I had to start eating less spice in my food because I realized I was just putting chili in everything, and that's actually all I was tasting. I was like, I need to taste the flavors.
Yeah,
of
man,
the
you're not
food.
even eating the food anymore.
I
You
know,
eat chili.
exactly. This is it. But then I've lost a bit of my threshold. So now I'm
I thought you were sick because of the age or something. Yeah.
I'm like,
I stop. You're not making me want to come back.
Oh, sorry.
Fucking hell, mate. Oh, okay. Actually, I got a few more top fives if you're down for that.
Oh, please, always down.
Perfect. So my one,
Yeah.
you're a comedian, right? What are your top five? You're gonna have to think about this one, right? But what are your top five Asian comedy movies?
You really are gonna have to think about that.
Yeah,
That's hard, bro.
it's a
That's
hard one
on the spot
It's
as well.
A hard one on the spot.
That's
It's a
difficult.
hard one on the spot. You want to think about it?
Asian comedy movies.
Asian comedy movies.
Well, this has already appeared in one of your top fives, but I think it does class as a comedy and Everything Everywhere All
So
at
this is
Once.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. That makes it. That's fair.
in fifth place.
Yeah.
Oh,
Haven't seen
no,
that.
I haven't think of the right. I'm just thinking of
So,
movies.
okay, so
yeah.
this is not in no specific order.
This is your no particular order.
okay,
Okay,
cool.
It's easier.
There's I think the most I've ever laughed at an Asian comedy is a Malaysian specific comedy movie. Oh, it's called something like I Speak English Lao, or I Speak
Do you know? Search it up on my
English,
phone. Let's check it out.
Let me see if I can find it.
Really?
There's always a lot at the end, isn't it?
Yeah. They really do love it.
Is this something like this? No.
We're probably too young to know this.
Yeah, well, you're not Malaysian enough to know this. That's
Yeah,
why most
yeah.
Malaysians don't know this either. Oh man, I can't remember, but it's really funny. It's about these Malaysian kids getting into trouble, and there's so many like Malaysian specific jokes and characterizations. I just find it so funny, but I can't figure out what the name of the movie is. I've forgotten now. So that's a number one, but it's so annoying. I can't name.
We'll find it. I'll Google it.
Yeah, I'm quite curious now myself.
Yeah.
You know, if you're laughing at it, I want to watch it. No, like if you're laughing at it, I want to watch
The
it.
comedian's laughing at it.
What?
Yeah, man,
Are
it's verified. It's Phil Wang verified. Do you know what I mean?
And I guess there's got to be a Jackie Chan in there.
No, it has to be.
somewhere.
There has to be. Shit, did man have a Jackie Chan one?
You did do comedy though.
Oh, thank fuck for that.
And I mean, Rush Hour is a classic.
Yeah, it's a classic.
I mean, there's
classic.
some pretty there's some parts of that haven't aged very well.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think
But that's a different time. Man.
Yeah.
I'll be real.
I think
with you.
I'm Blackanese is it's
yeah.
just a classic line.
Yeah.
People have
that
just
is.
become people have just become so fragile nowadays. In my
Thick.
personal opinion, like back the jokes that could be made back in the day.
That's funny. This is the one thing he could get cancelled for.
Yeah.
He's not worried about saying it.
Really,
It's fine. Just go ahead. Go ahead.
it's just. I just
Whatever
feel,
happens, we can just cut it, bro. Don't
I'm
worry
just
about it.
saying,
Don't worry
like,
about it.
there's jokes. I'm just saying, there's jokes back in the day that were absolutely so good that, like you said, they just haven't aged well. Like now, if those jokes were to come out by another person, it just wouldn't be as funny.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, but I mean, comedy, you know, it's a dynamic thing. It's always changing. And
Yeah.
it is contingent on what the prevailing culture is
Yeah,
and what the accepted sort of level of sensitivity is,
Yeah.
and there's no right or wrong answer to
There
it.
is
You just have to work with
Which
your
now
times.
is very high.
Yeah, but I
highly
think it comes in waves. I think it'll come back down now. I think now we're seeing a cultural reaction to
Yeah.
the culture of ultra sensitivity, and it'll come back. Hopefully, it won't go too far
Yeah.
back. But cultures like this, you know, it comes.
Yeah,
up,
exactly.
You know,
I love Jackie Chan movies, man. I literally have a routine every year. I binge his movies.
Is that your Christmas?
Have you seen the Foreigner?
Oh yeah, that's his
Yeah.
more serious role.
Yeah, I think it's really good.
really
No, it's
good.
really,
I
really
think
good.
it's really good.
It did showcase him being able to come out of the comedy style that he's known for, and be more serious. But he also has other more
It's
serious
also
ones as
interesting
well.
watching his kung fu choreography with the comedy taken out, because it's actually really brutal.
Yeah, yeah.
When there's a
Oh,
comedy
yeah.
in there, you know, he gets punched in the nose, like or like
Yeah.
you know, he gets caught in some guy's armpit, and he's like. But when you take the comedy out, it's just really realistic, brutal fighting.
Honestly, man, that he showed his stuff. He's one of the most biggest impacts like in media for Asians.
Yeah, I think it's
so.
incredible what he
Incredible.
achieved.
Him and Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee opened the gates.
Yeah.
Jackie Chan was actually in one of his movies.
I actually think Jet Li.
And Jet Li,
had took over from Bruce Lee. I think Jet Li's more similar to Bruce Lee in that he was.
Oh yeah, he's more serious.
So cool.
Yeah.
Jackie Chan is not cool, but he's a genius.
Yeah, he's a genius.
Has done amazing things for the East Asian culture.
All three. These are literally the big three. All right, there's 5 people that I watch their movies almost yearly. Okay, Jackie Chan,
Yeah.
Jet Li,
Yeah.
Bruce Lee, Donnie Yen,
And
Donnie
and then the
Yen.
rogue is Will Smith.
oh.
Oh,
Yeah, it's very rogue, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say Phil Wang, but
Oh, it's very rogue. It's very rogue.
you don't see Phil Wang doing Bruce Lee.
Huh?
You wore that Bruce Lee.
when in my series of Taskmaster, I wore Bruce Lee outfit, which is.
No, I just saw a glimpse of it.
I need to watch that.
On your Instagram, I was like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
Yeah. I thought I'd look better in it, to be honest. Because in the pictures, he looks really cool. And when I put it
size
on,
was
I didn't.
different,
Yeah. Honestly, my one is like XXL on it. We had to keep getting bigger ones because they kept breaking. They kept snapping on me.
gosh.
Yeah.
I'm the Hulk. All right. So, what other 3 movies? Asian comedy movies.
It's just.
It's too hard, man.
Wait, 2 more, no? No, 3.
That's what Kung Fu Soccer was it? Kung Fu
Shaolin Soccer!
Shaolin Soccer.
You know, so far all of us have put Shaolin Soccer on our list.
Yeah. No,
Except
it's
for
elite.
you.
No, I did new movies. That's why.
Oh yeah, that's
did
why.
like movies.
Shaolin Soccer is such an OG movie. I love that movie. I used to enact it. I used to reenact
I mean, the
it.
effects of it are incredible. I mean,
Amazing.
Oh yeah, back in the day.
I
Yeah.
can remember scenes, bro. I could probably tell you the story from the beginning. Genuinely,
What?
I could literally retell the story from the beginning.
Oh, you know the movie like that?
Bro, I watched this regularly back in the day. I used
Okay,
to
well, we're not gonna do that. because-
No. I used to reenact scenes, but with the stranger scenes. I'd be like, you know the guy who plays the goalkeeper? You know the guy in the goalkeeper?
He doesn't know, bro.
He watches Shaolin Soccer, you twit.
Oh, okay.
Well, I can't remember it.
All right, the guy who plays,
like you.
There's 2 people that play the goalkeeper, well, 3 people that play the goalkeeper, right? There's the original one who
Yeah.
I used to mistake for Bruce Lee because he dressed like Bruce Lee. He literally kind of looked like Bruce Lee.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Well, he obviously, you know, he got destroyed in one of the games. So they took, and one of the other players, he came out and became the goalkeeper.
The old man.
He had a receding hairline, I guess, but he wasn't old. He came out and he played the goalkeeper, and they'll kick there's a point
Yeah, and
where
then
all
it's-
the players are kicking the ball at him, and he just keeps hitting him, and he just keeps walking, and then he sucks the ball against his belly,
I remember this.
and he just spins it around his belly somehow, and he just shoots it. I used to try to enact that. So I would usually try to put a ball in my belly, and I'd try to hold it there. I would hold it for
You're
maximum.
that
like,
weird kid in it in school, bro. In primary school, you're like,
I mean, I guess so, but I used to I think the longest time I held it for was about 2 seconds. I managed to do it. I think that's a brilliant.
Well, hold it in your
Yeah,
belly like this.
I bent my body a bit.
Yeah,
but,
right.
Like I used to be able to like just suction that ball on my belly.
That's pretty cool.
wow.
I couldn't shoot it, obviously. I mean, those Asian effects, like Asian movie effects, are crazy, bro. People flying.
That's actually quite impressive.
I don't know if I can think of any. Well, there's the one that came out recently. Was it Road Trip or
Road trip.
was it a recent one? The
Beef?
American. Oh no, Beef's awesome. I really
Yeah?
like Beef. Yeah, Beef's really good.
It's really good.
No, what's it called? Like
Asian comedy.
Is it? Yeah, American Asian comedy, like called. I can't remember it now.
Nah.
I should. Yeah, I guess I'm not a good ally. I should watch that.
I like.
Yeah, these lists are so hard on the spot. But that's what it's always interesting. It's like to see what's the first thing that comes to your head.
Yeah.
It's the problem is if you can't remember the name. Bro, like, the difference is when I did my list, I looked them up. Everyone else did it on the spot. And I looked
That's
up a
it.
bit. I was like, crap, I know this movie. Let me just double check.
Some of his lists I have to actually alter behind the scenes.
I'm gonna see if I can
do you
quickly
mean?
find the.
You
what
didn't
this
order my behind the
Malaysian-
scene. What are you talking about?
Some of them I just reorder them because it's that bad.
Did you reorder my list?
Sometimes.
No, you didn't.
I
Maybe
do.
it's Singaporean, Malaysian.
What? What? Crazy Rich Asians? That's.
Oh no,
Singaporean.
not Crazy Rich Asians.
I like we said before, like I like Crazy Rich and Asians and all, but I mean, I wouldn't say it's my favorite top 5. It's not my top 5. Did a lot for the community, but that's about it, really.
Maybe you're Singaporeans.
Quite curious, you know. Well, it's just a comedy movies in general.
There's
isn't it?
loads of
There's
that.
so
There's
many.
loads of
That's
Asian
too hard.
films.
It's even harder, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can't think about it. There's just too many. I really like Adam Sandler actually, as just a non-Asian comedian, comedy movie like his comedy movies.
Oh, here we go. I Not Stupid.
I'm not stupid.
An I Not Stupid.
I'm not stupid.
I'm not
Xiao, is it Xiao Hai Bu Ben?
I'm
Xiao Hai
not
Bu Ben.
stupid.
So little kids aren't dumb.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, this is it here. I think it's Singaporean.
Yeah.
So I Not Stupid. Yes, about these school kids, and they're just so funny. They're just like the voices in it, and
Have
you seen it?
No, I thought it was a Donnie Yen one. It's not.
no,
Donnie
no,
Yen
Oh, the
no.
was
one he's
a-
a teacher.
Yeah, one's the teacher.
Yeah, I watched
That's
that.
the one.
Watched that.
Yeah, 2002 Singaporean comedy film about the life struggles and adventures of 3 primary 6 pupils who are placed in the academically inferior EM3 stream. That's great. I need to watch it
Anime
again.
Summary.
Asian
It's
school
so
rock.
funny. Yeah, if you're from Singapore or Malaysia, I'm Not Stupid, I think.
Okay.
And you went to one of those schools, like there's such a look, the Singaporean Malaysian school uniform with your name tag,
Yeah.
and it's so funny.
Was you? You was. Oh no, you said you was always tall, innit?
Yeah. Mate, it was towering over about 13.
Yeah, man, I've been the same size ever since I was in secondary school. No changes whatsoever. Maybe slight.
So I'm Not Stupid is probably my number one
Number 1.
East Asian comedy
Okay,
movie.
okay.
I'm Not Stupid, yeah. And then number 2 is Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh, wow.
But that's just an amazing movie.
It is an amazing movie. I only got it though like 2.
But I'm Not Stupid
seconds
just because
after I
it hits me right in the center because it's Singaporean and and Malaysian very similar.
watched it. Yeah.
But Kung Fu Hustle.
Kung Fu Hustle. I'm
in
not
there?
entirely sure I've actually seen all of Kung Fu Hustle.
Fair.
But like for East Asian, for like showcase of East Asian humor is pretty incredible.
Yeah. Stephen Chow, man, you can't go wrong with humor.
And then I guess, and then also Rush Hour and the general output of Jackie Chan.
Yeah, Jackie Chan's just too good. When it comes to humor, he just, yeah, it's just so fucking good. Just so good the way he does everything.
Are you planning to go into acting more?
Oh yeah, I'd like to. If people put me in stuff, I'll do
Yeah?
it. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
But it's tough being an East Asian in the UK in terms of acting because I feel like casting an East Asian something is always going to be like a statement.
Yeah.
yeah.
And there just
Okay.
are very, very few parts where they can. I think someone could imagine it being East Asian.
Yeah.
Because we're still not really thought of as a normal British person.
Got you.
So it is much harder. There just are fewer roles out
Exactly.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like America, is it? America actually has a lot.
Yeah, well,
Big
they just have
Asian.
such a large East Asian community.
Yeah,
I mean, you say
yeah.
Asian there, and people assume East Asian. You
Exactly,
say Asian
yeah,
here, and
yeah,
people
yeah.
assume South
We
Asian.
actually get that quite a lot because when we say, oh yeah, we do an Asian podcast, like, oh, what do you mean by Asian? Is it like this demographic?
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're trying to branch out now anyway because obviously kind of exhausted a lot of the Asian community in London. Yeah.
All
We've had a
20 of
lot
them have
guests.
seen your stuff already.
There's actually quite a lot, to be fair. We didn't know that. But yeah, as you said before, like we're not that tight knit as a community.
Exactly, because we didn't. Well, British East Asians didn't come over as one until
Yeah.
the recent influx from Hong Kong did not come in as a single block.
Yeah,
it came
yeah.
trickled in over the century.
Yeah.
And they ended up moving
Up
to
north.
different towns.
Yeah.
So that I think more or less so that the businesses wouldn't compete with each other. So they'd end up with the only takeaway in this town, the only takeaway in this
Yeah,
town, the only
yeah.
And so there was never a single large community focused in any one city.
Yeah.
It really all spread out, you know. But I think it'll change now.
Yeah. I hope so. But yeah.
I know. There's just. I've asked a lot of the questions I wanted to ask, right? But there's this one question I know I really wanted to ask and I forgot it. I swear I spoke about it with you.
If you stop thinking about it, it'll come to you.
Yeah. We spoke about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, no, we hit a load of shit.
Is there any questions you'd like to ask us?
The takeaway. Your
takeaway.
takeaway you grew up in. Was it fish and chip shop or was it Chinese takeaway, the dip
It was
fish
a
and chips?
Chinese fish and chip shop. Chinese takeaway
Yeah.
fish and chip shop.
Out of that curiosity, all right, I don't know why, but I feel like the best fish and chips are Chinese takeaway owned. Am I bugging?
They probably got the tastiest fat to cook it in.
Yes, because
Yeah.
the oils,
And my favorite,
the seasonings.
my favorite, I'm not sure, it doesn't exist. I don't think it exists anymore. Or maybe it still does, but back in Kingston where we went to university, you know Surbiton? You know Surbiton?
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
Surbiton?
there was this,
There
yeah.
was this Chinese-owned fish and chip shop. I think it was literally called
It's called
Surbiton
Fish and Chips. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Surbiton Fish and Chips.
Okay.
It was the oiliest
brilliant.
motherfucker
Yeah,
ever.
it was oily as fuck.
Yeah.
But it was brilliant. The best
Yeah.
fish and chips I have ever had.
That's nice. That's
Best.
so nice.
It was brilliant. It was big. It was fresh. It was crunchy. Everything about it was beautiful.
Did was it your parents' takeaway?
My parents, yeah, they're still working there right now.
That's awesome. What's it called?
It's called Sweet and Sour.
Oh, great! I love
yeah,
that.
yeah. It's a little rogue one.
You know what I love is Chinese takeaway like signs. I want to like collect like just photos of. I think some of them are really beautiful.
Yes.
Some of them are gorgeous, and some of the names are very poetic and beautiful. And I just like the red and the spacing they go for. Sometimes it's more like traditional Chinese writing with the cool like Hong Kong spacing of the letters and the characters, and sometimes it's more Western, but sometimes it's very plain background. And sometimes
Yeah.
more involved. I'd love
Make
to
a project
collect.
out of that. That's
Sounding
actually
like-
Honestly, I
interesting.
wanted to do like a travel show where I go to like the most remote Chinese takeaways
that.
in the
That
UK.
sounds sick.
Yeah. We should come with you. We'll be in the back seats, just like talking shit.
I think it'd be fun. That'd be so fun. Did your place do curry sauce?
Yeah.
Oh, they're
So you did all the classics.
We actually we have an Indian next door, but the people that come to our shop.
Indian restaurant.
Indian restaurant. No, it was Indian
You call it
takeaway.
Indian, yeah.
Indian takeaway. You can call it Indian. What's wrong with that?
I don't know, man. At this point, I realized like the things I think.
You've already been cancelled.
Yeah,
so
you've
don't worry about it.
The things
Don't
I
worry
think
about it. You
people
can say
get
whatever you
cancelled for,
want now.
maybe not really. You know?
But the people actually preferred our curry sauce compared to the Indian takeaway.
Interesting.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. It's a different curry sauce though. It's a
Yeah,
very
it's like a
different
sweet
style, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a dipping sauce. It's like a sweet kind of.
Exactly.
First time I moved to the first time I came to the UK, visited the UK, and we went to a Chinese takeaway, and my mom was like, "You try the curry sauce." I was like, "What the hell is this? This is crazy. This is like curry ketchup or something."
Yeah.
I thought it was cool though. I like takeaway food. This is kind of, I'm a real foodie, but I'm not like. I'm not snobby at all. Like
you're non-picky.
I love a Michelin star dinner. I love like a greasy
You
takeaway.
can eat
I love
anything,
it all.
basically.
If it's like if it fills you up, if it makes you feel good, I'm like,
No, that's me. That's
I'm
me.
in. I love it.
I have like favorites and stuff, but I can literally eat anything.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. Do you have any go-to, like just Chinese takeaway dishes?
or Chinese takeaway dishes.
Yeah, just things your go-to dishes in a Chinese
It
takeaway.
depends on like the level of the takeaway. You can tell from the menu instantly what level of takeaway you're dealing with.
Yeah.
Like-
the amount of items on the menu.
Yeah.
And what they call them.
Yeah.
Like if like bottom tier. Oh, it's tough, because I'll probably just get like a chicken chow mein. It's pretty normal,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
think it's probably
That's fair.
fine.
That's fair.
Yeah, and then if you move up the tiers, maybe like if they can do like a Fujian fried rice, or maybe this
Fujian?
is one
Okay.
place that actually did it. It's like gloopy. I like a gloopy sauce on stuff basically. It's like a gloopy sauce. Or I mean, in terms of the classic dishes, I'll always get like a sumai, even if it's like a kind of simple package to kind of sound like. I still kind of like it. Or beef au fan. Although I don't love beef, to be honest, in Chinese food. I'm always on beef.
Crazy Chinese takeaway you going to, man? I've never had these dishes in Chinese.
Really?
takeaway. Yeah.
What
like-
are you
Chinese
getting?
takeaway?
I mean, I don't.
Did your place do like chicken balls and
Yeah, we do
stuff?
chicken balls. Yeah.
Wow,
That's the kind of Chinese takeaway. I was
Right,
thinking of.
okay. Yeah. Chicken balls I've only had once, and that was wild to me. Yeah.
Really?
Because there's so much batter, then like a tiny bit of...
Yeah, where it's a recession in that. You know what I'm saying?
What?
recession in that.
Yeah, I think that's kind of fun. Crab claw? Is that... Do you do them crab claws? The
Are you
battered
going
kind
some
of...
bougie?
No, but it's like the
Chinese takeaway.
battered
To a
like...
Chinese restaurant,
the
they're not
battered like
takeaway.
crab
Yes,
drumstick
yeah,
thing.
I know you're talking about.
Oh, the dumpling one with the crab claw
The crab
popping
ball.
out.
I have that at weddings
That's
only,
good.
man.
That's
What
like
Chinese
dim sum.
takeaway you're going to,
That's
bro?
like dim sum restaurants, I
That's
swear.
exactly what I mean. Like, what Chinese takeaway you're going
Yeah.
to? Is this in
I
Bath?
guess yeah.
This is Bath, innit? This has to be like Bath.
Maybe
or
it's
something.
these about Chinese
This
takeaways.
is a bougie Chinese takeaway.
Bougie was, bro.
Yeah, man. Who's
Michelin star Chinese
Oh, so
takeaway.
you're talking like crispy chili beef and stuff.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
talking
right,
about.
right.
A bit more of the meat.
And seaweed, the crispy seaweed.
Yeah, that's not actually seaweed. You know that?
What is it? Grass.
spinach. We learnt this.
No,
We
it's-
were
it's
shocked by it.
cabbage.
Yeah, it's cabbage.
Oh, like kale.
Yeah.
Like a kale kind of cabbage.
I guess so.
It was
yeah,
actual
yeah.
cabbage.
With food coloring.
Who taught us this?
Wow. These are the
taught us
secrets of the
this?
trade.
My mum
right
told me.
here.
I was like, what the? No.
Someone taught us it that we
Angela
had on the
Hoy.
show. Yeah.
She's an author.
Another
about-
person who.
Oh, yeah, the Chinese. Yes, of course, I've got this
Yes.
her book as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
And so are these dishes, are they made from scratch like that? Mm-hmm. Right, yeah.
Yeah, cabbage with food coloring and it's better MSG and stuff.
I can't believe
That's
I
awesome.
was caught off guard by that.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I genuinely
That's
to this day
incredible.
thought that was seaweed.
Yeah.
That was so mind blowing.
Well, that clip was supposed to come out, but obviously it's back on
Backlog. You know, the backlog's there.
Well, something with shredded duck is usually nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
of
Shredded
course.
yeah, yeah.
Anything
And
duck.
duck pancakes are
Yeah.
No, okay, so that's my go-to for a duck
Shredded
pancake.
duck. Oh, yeah,
pancake.
Yeah.
That's a Chinese takeaways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a classic.
But it's like the 20, 30 pound one. Like,
It's expensive shit.
Half duck, quarter duck. You
Yeah.
got to make your choice,
Love
man.
it, bro. I mean, like, you can't go wrong with Chinese pancake, Chinese duck.
But have you had
pancakes.
like a proper Beijing Sichuan duck pancake thing?
No.
Where I was in Beijing in 2019 and we're filming something, and we went for like a proper Peking duck restaurant, like the place or one of the places.
Yeah.
And the chef comes over with the full roast duck, and you're meant to have the pieces in a particular order.
Okay.
So the first one they start with is just the fat and skin. It's just the fat and crispy skin, and he lines it up, and you dip it in sugar. You dip it in granulated
Dip it in sugar?
You dip it in granulated sugar and you eat that. And that's the first part of the duck you eat is just the fat and the.
Oh wow. Okay.
And then you move on to the meat in the pancake. And the way he was making the pancakes just with chopsticks. He's putting on there and he's folding it with chopsticks.
chopsticks?
That's
Yeah, I
skill.
was like,
No, I
what?
can't even fold it with my
That's
hands. I'm like, the sauce is falling.
Honestly, he was
everything's
like,
falling out.
I
and then
got
he
fat
had it.
thumbs and
Oh,
fingers, man.
wow.
It's really hard, man.
Yeah,
That's insane.
yeah, it was
Chopsticks.
amazing.
Some people's chopstick skills are insane. Mine are like mediocre.
Bro, I hold my chopsticks wrong.
I hold mine wrong.
yeah, same
When I go home, my Chinese
Hey,
family
you're a
make
banana
fun
as
of
well.
me.
Yeah.
Honestly, they make
He's
fun of
from
me.
Malaysia, bro.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
But he moved there, so he got the Malaysian just taken out of him.
No, I'm a banana today.
Yeah, well,
for sure,
I'm
for sure.
banana,
Okay,
100%, mate. Everything's a learning for me, man. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Because I know.
I think my yellow skin is maybe a bit thicker,
Yeah.
but there's still like a little bit.
Still a
There's
bit white.
there's a thin banana in
Yeah,
there for
yeah.
sure.
More yellow skinned than me. More yellow skinned than me.
yeah.
This is what you see on the outside, but I'm actually more white.
Yeah.
Sounds
You're
sad
road.
to
You're more
say.
road. Yeah.
No, not road. I'm a bruised banana.
You're a bruised banana.
I'm a bruised banana, but I'm nothing. I'm literally a mix of everything.
All right, if you say so.
Brought up in the you can say brought up in ends. I'm Asian.
What
but
does it,
better than-
does the ends refer to a particular part of London, or does it just mean you grew up in London?
Any area that
He
is
lives
not-
in the trenches.
Basically, he's from West London. I'm from
No,
North.
I thought he was from Blackpool.
Oh, sorry, he lives in West London.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
So that's not the ends.
No, that's not the
Well,
that's
there
the
are
furthest.
ends in West
Yeah,
London.
there's
but-
north.
Right,
There's
right,
north.
What do you mean?
right.
It's like a
Obviously, you got
particular-
north, east, south, west.
Yeah.
West is like the more the more calmer. Less. You don't need to worry too much. If you're
But
in
every
West
part of
London.
London has ends.
Oh yeah, they got ends.
Every-
in every
yeah,
every
okay,
part of
okay,
London
yeah,
got ends.
yeah, yeah.
I see.
It's just certain parts of London more than others.
Yeah.
West London probably has the least.
I don't know.
It's the most chillest area. I mean, like, I'm
Nothing
less
goes on
worried
there.
about getting robbed over there than I am in north, east, and south.
I see. Interesting.
But to
Okay,
be fair,
I'm learning a lot.
To be fair though, I've never been.
Yeah,
robbed in
Phil
my
Wang
life.
just rolls in like a
Who the hell's gonna rob Phil Wang?
Huh?
I
That's true. That is true.
Who's gonna
Like
rob
6'5".
Phil Wang?
I have said how much satire I can afford on this podcast, so people might.
I mean,
know.
you're a tall guy, bro. If anyone's trying to rob you, they're looking mostly up at
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
not the fight you want.
Nah, of
it's
course
really.
not. I wouldn't even do it.
What are you gonna do? Hey, give me your money. Looking up at you, mate.
That's cute. That's
Yeah,
cute.
it's cute, mate.
Yeah, pat on your head.
I've never, but
Oh, that's kind of you to say.
surprisingly enough, I've never been.
Your
robbed in
laugh
my
is jokes, by the way. Like,
Oh,
your
thanks.
laugh.
You have to have the
I
laugh,
appreciate that. Or maybe I think I'm too comfortable walking around London. I don't think about. I feel to me London feels very safe, and I don't
Because
think
you're
about,
where you
you're
walk around
used-
London?
honestly someone. All over, because gigging and working comedy, you go everywhere. You see all
okay,
parts of
okay.
it. And but like I wear my headphones like normally.
Really?
Yeah, and people are like, you wear Bluetooth
You know why?
headphones
Because no one can
walking
just
around.
grab
I was
it
like,
off
yeah.
his head, mate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's-
jumping about, bro. If it was us, imagine
But
us.
I didn't even
Yeah.
think of that as a dangerous thing to do. But people are like, wow, I wouldn't wear my headphones just walking around.
Because you do not look like the easiest. Like, okay,
Yeah, not the easiest target.
If you put
that's kind.
if you put us three of us in the same environment, we're walking, dead down. All right, look, put three of us.
You look like our bodyguard.
Yeah, no, but
Yeah,
let's see
yeah,
each
yeah.
of us in the same scenario. Okay, we're all wearing. Let's say we're wearing like expensive stuff.
Yeah.
All right, you're walking down this dark alley, blah blah, like very likely place someone's gonna get robbed. They'll look at nah. If it's me and him, okay, I think Kevin's more likely to get robbed than me.
Oh, because of glasses.
Well, I mean, you could say that, but no. He just looks like an easier target than me.
Bro, if we're both walking in the dark alley, we're both getting rushed.
We're both getting robbed.
We're
Coming out with just our socks.
Yeah.
We're just coming out with our socks.
I'll happily hand it to them, bro.
Man, I'll give it to them. Do you know what?
Everything. Bank details, pins,
All right, let's
everything.
not say that, bro, because then we're gonna get targeted. People gonna think we're easy.
Huh?
No one's robbing me. I'm fighting for my life. I tell you right
Bro,
now,
this guy
I'm
could
fighting.
This guy
I'm
could hold a
fighting
ball
you.
in his tummy for 2 seconds, bro.
I'm fighting you,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
No one's robbing me. No, I'm
No,
joking.
no,
Imagine this there. We walk out the studio, we're getting rushed.
Yeah.
And Phil Wang just walks past us.
Yeah. It's like, fuck
Phil
this
walks
dude.
right past us. That's crazy, man. But it's insane because I've never even been G checked.
What's G checked?
So like all right, interesting enough. So G-check is basically when you stopped and you're basically robbed.
Oh, so
got-
mugged.
Yeah, you're mugged.
G-checked. But
Yeah,
why is
you're-
it called G-checked?
No fucking clue, actually.
No, it's because like it's like when you get. Is it like
Let me
to say
double
that
check
you're
this.
recognized in an area?
Yeah, basically, it's embarrassing. I think it's
G-checked.
embarrassing if you ever get G-checked.
It's
in
like if
your
you're
own
in the
area.
wrong postcode or something.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Right.
It's more like if it happens in another postcode, cool. I can understand that. It's not your ends. But if you're getting G-checked in your own area, that is
Then you're just unpopular.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's
that,
really embarrassing.
you're moist, bro. Nah,
I'm still.
That's
I
insane.
still don't really understand what G-checked means.
let's
So
search
you-
this
like
up.
someone's like coming up to you and threatening you.
Basically, they come like usually you get like maybe a few people, maybe two. Depends in it. It depends how confident one person is, but they come.
What
up
is
to
your
you.
life, man?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
it
it's-
has
it's
never
like-
happened to me.
I'm
Oh,
from
right, right,
Blackpool,
right.
You know,
It doesn't
it's a
happen to me. Let me
different
see.
area.
Why are people threatening you in the street all the time? What are you doing?
No, it doesn't happen to me. I'm a good boy. All right, so okay, so let me see.
He's
So
well known in his area.
G-checked when someone of a gang approaches someone who he thinks is a member of the
Oh,
same
gang.
gang.
That's a gang check. So they're
doesn't-
checking which gang you're from.
It's not even.
I guess so.
It
That
just
makes
even
sense.
ends,
Yeah.
man. They'll just rob you, and if you don't, it doesn't even have to be just gang related though. Like, by the first link that I see, it says when someone of a gang approaches someone who he thinks is a member of the same gang. But
Oh, same gang.
yeah, but
So if you're not, so I guess if you're not from the same postcode, it's like I'm rushing you.
yeah, basically,
right,
if you're from
right,
somewhere else, you're from a different gang.
Yeah.
Then yeah, you're getting robbed because you shouldn't be in this area. But I would interpret this differently. I would say when someone of an area approaches someone who he thinks is of a different area, and make sure that they're from the same
Yeah,
area. or
right,
not.
I see.
And if they're not from the same area, then they get robbed.
Your life is a madness, bro.
Not happy. It hasn't happened to me.
Wow.
Luckily enough, please touch wood. There's the wood.
I'm amazed you're alive to speak with us.
It's never
today.
happened to me, but it's quite shocking.
Eric's a
really.
survivor.
Do you know why? He watches all these martial arts movies. He knows the nunchucks. He knows the.
Nah,
You do.
Yeah, but
Have you mastered the sword? Do you know that meme?
No,
Of
not
the
really.
very docky guy who's like got a katana, and he's like,
definitely-
while you were all having premarital sex, I was mastering the blade.
I think I've seen that meme somewhere. But
That's you.
stop bringing up the nunchuck thing because I
Mastering
used,
the blade.
I used to think I can use.
I wanna
them-
see you bring
I
it
can
on
use
here.
nunchucks to a degree.
What you can
To a
actually
degree.
Well,
Yeah.
what do
That
you
means-
mean to a degree?
Like, he's like
To a
whipping it
degree is
out.
too
Nah,
much.
Don't say it like that.
No, you
because
are, you're
You're
like-
bigging it up way too much. If you compare it, because I've started to see other people use nunchucks.
What in the street?
No, just someone that that like a content creator, and he basically
Content create.
some
What's it called again?
Ninja Tang.
Ninja Tang.
And,
Oh, okay.
So basically, he goes to the gym, keeps himself fit. Very good looking
Nice.
guy. I can't even lie to you.
Sick.
Does the nunchucks, does martial arts, like stuff like that. And after watching him, I'm like, yeah, fuck that. I do not claim that I know how to use nunchucks
You
anymore.
can use nunchucks, bro.
No, I cannot.
Yes, you can.
After watching him, not anymore. And it's been a while. I do not think I can use them anymore. Maybe to a degree,
No, you can. I don't know why you're downplaying yourself, bro. Just like
because that
all the
guy
Bruce
is
Lee, all the
elite,
Bruce Lee
bro.
movies. He was like.
Nah, Bruce Lee's different, bro. My guy was playing ping pong
Yeah.
With nunchucks.
with nunchucks.
You
You're
never,
kidding.
you never seen that
You've
before.
never seen
No.
that clip?
Oh my, have you never
Bro,
seen
can I show
nunchucks?
you?
Is it this
Yeah,
guy?
let
Is
me
it
show you.
Ninja,
No, no.
Ninja Tang?
No, it's
that is
Bruce Lee
I just want to show
playing
you.
ping pong with nunchucks.
I can't believe you haven't
You're
seen
kidding.
this.
I've not seen this.
I thought it was fake, but it's not fake.
This is-
Wow.
wait, let me show you.
It's absolutely amazing.
It's black and white, bro. It must be real.
You know he was a dancer first, Bruce Lee.
It's his
Really?
family, right? They used to work for like a carnival thing.
He's also half Chinese. He's mixed race. He grew up in San Francisco.
All I need
What?
Yeah. His mum's
Oh
white.
shit!
to look at this.
didn't know that.
39 million views, by the way.
It's amazing.
What the hell? Why is it not turning?
Yo.
Yeah.
Really?
How do you even do that?
What a beast.
Is that him?
That's him. Watch.
It's incredible.
And it's not even like a shit table tennis guy.
Oh, he's wearing the yellow outfit.
Yeah.
Right. You know this guy playing ping pong is good because he's Asian as well.
What? That's crazy. Is that real?
Apparently so. Look at this.
It's incredible. It's incredible.
He is the legend for a reason.
That's
My dad
practice.
loves Bruce Lee.
Yeah, he's one of the
Loves
legends,
Bruce
bro.
Lee.
He's a legend.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Like, the things that Bruce Lee has done for the culture is absolutely insane. Like, between...
You know when you watch a video and you just feel fat just watching the video?
I get that a lot. I get
That's
that a lot.
every morning when I'm on TikTok.
Especially when I'm watching, like, these martial art people, man.
Every time.
Like, you know how obviously we got the big three of the Asian martial arts world that, have come to Hollywood, made names for themselves, Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee, and Jet Li,
Yeah.
right? Now, of the three, my dad obviously loves Bruce Lee because he just loves the way Bruce Lee represents Asian culture. Like he's serious, he's cool. He does not really like Jackie Chan. Because
Right,
he doesn't
too
like
silly.
he doesn't like the way Jackie Chan has represented Asian culture.
Yeah, I think there's something
fair
to that,
enough,
you
though.
know.
Which I understand from the older generation's perspective because they feel that, you're
Because
misrepresenting.
it's funny, isn't it? So if someone calls, if like a white person would go, all right, Bruce Lee, you're like, oh, thanks.
Yeah,
but
I'll
if you
take
go,
it.
all right, Jackie Chan, that's like racist.
I've never thought about it like that.
Oh yeah.
Thought about it like
I'm
that.
actually sorry when someone call me Jackie Chan, but if you call me Bruce Lee, I'm like, oh shit, okay, I'll take that. I'll take that.
Isn't that funny?
That's crazy.
Jackie Chan, yeah, you do take it in a racist tone.
Yeah.
You say Bruce Lee, yeah, fuck yeah, I'll accept that. I'll take that with my chest. I love
That's
it.
insane.
That's
Actually,
insane. I didn't deep it like that.
we learn everything. Do we?
I did not think about it like that.
Yeah, poor Jackie Chan. I wonder if he.
No,
thinks
I
like
love
that.
Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan, I
I
love
know,
you.
but it's interesting but that's because he's goofy.
Yeah.
Because when someone calls you Jackie Chan, you think they're playing into this idea that
You're
goofy Chinese
Yeah,
guy, right?
they're taking you in a comedic sense, like you're a joke. But if you take that, Bruce Lee, who's cool, who's a like
Badass.
badass, you're like, yeah, fuck it, yeah, man, I like it. You're calling me badass, I'll
exactly,
take that.
exactly.
That is insane. I never thought about it like that. That is actually mind blowing.
No, but it's true though. It's true.
Now
yeah.
let's go in the middle. What if someone calls you Jet Li? I take it. I like that as well, actually.
Jet Li's
alright.
really awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're
I
Jet
prefer
Li.
Bruce
Hey,
Lee,
Jet
though.
Li. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, he's cool. He's cool. That's
Damn,
why.
that is
He's really
insane, isn't it? Wow.
Yeah, interesting.
Bro, I'm gonna be more aware of that now, Like,
Yeah, you need to deep about these things
I
more
didn't deep it.
need
Does
to-
it happen to you a lot then? Do people call you like Jet Li, Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee a lot?
all the time. No.
Really?
No, they
That's
don't.
insane.
They really call me Phil Wang now.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll get like hey, Stephen Lee. Sometimes people are still like,
Oh,
well,
okay.
you will Paul. Sometimes I get like Paul. I think someone called me Paul Chan once. But
Paul
they're
Chan.
just-
Who's that?
Well, they think that's my name. They're just trying their best.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're trying their best. They pulled up an Asian surname.
Yeah, they're just like, white first name, Asian surname, and they just come up with Paul Chan.
So,
Who came up with your name, Phil?
what do you mean, mum and dad? No.
But
yeah,
well, it
no,
was
it's not always the case.
they couldn't decide, and they put a bunch of names in a hat, and they pulled one
Oh,
out, and
that's
it was
crazy.
Philip. Yeah,
Ah.
My dad's called Philip. Is that just?
Is
like
it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Phil
Is
Philip.
it?
yeah. I think it's quite popular among Chinese people.
Yeah.
You know,
Because I know, like, in my sibling, me and my siblings, each of us, our names were picking up by different people in our family.
oh, that's nice.
I think mine was picking up by my auntie, one of my aunties who lives in Ireland.
We get basic names though.
My other sister, yeah, we get white names.
Eric, Kevin.
Yeah, my
But classic Chinese names. Though.
Yeah. classic Chinese
I'm
names.
gonna get to more basic in a second. So then my other sister, her name was chosen by my grandma, and my unlucky sister got her name chosen by my dad, who at the time did not realize the repercussions of the name.
Yeah.
A very
Controversial name.
controversial.
Karen.
Yes,
Ah,
Yeah.
I love my sister to bits, and honestly, like,
You're not supposed to talk about this, bro.
huh?
We're not supposed to talk about this. You're gonna hurt her feelings, bro.
That doesn't. It can be off camera. I mean, you know how we're gonna have to send the videos to Phil for
Yeah, true,
approval.
true,
We'll
true.
probably have to send that same clip to my sister. But you okay with this being posted? No. Like, the funny thing is, like, out of all three of us siblings, right, who should have gotten a name that was controversial, that, like, me and my other sister, I think me and my sister, the oldest middle sibling, my sister, if we got the names, I think we could hack it. It's us. I think we could hack it to an extent. We would joke about with it. My sister's fine with it, but I feel like of all the people, she's the most sensitive as us three.
she's real Karen about it, basically.
Let's not use that. No, but
And we talk about nominative predeterminism.
she's quite. I just feel like compared to like out of us three siblings, me and my sister, like me and my middle sister were quite
Different
similar.
generation, bro. Different generation.
Yeah, different generation type thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
But like she's done well up to this point. I think she'll. I mean, now
great.
she's
Good on
okay.
Karen.
She's
Good on
accepting it.
Karen.
Yeah, good on you.
Accepting it. You gotta live. You gotta live it, bro.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's insane though. No, I love us. I love you, Karen. By the way.
Well, that's a lovely point to end on. I think I might have to.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
no worries,
yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Honestly, it's been amazing.
Yeah, let's end off here.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to say? You want to ask us
Yeah.
before
Oh,
then?
it's all good.
To ask you guys, keep on doing wonderful work.
Ah, thank
Okay,
you.
thank you
Yeah.
very
Thank
much.
you very much. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I love your clips.
I was also hoping to maybe make a story layer where you maybe talk about your Apollo event, and then maybe I don't know, if any of our followers want to hit up, they can hit
Well,
up.
come see me at the Apollo on the 23rd of Feb if these clips come out.
That's why I said story will come out straight away.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you do the story, you could just like, yeah.
Is it fully sold out?
I think there's still some tickets left, but it's
Okay,
getting
sick,
there.
sick.
It's getting
Really
there.
sick.
Oh, damn.
And then if you're in Northampton, I'm in Northampton on the 20th, a bit
Northampton,
randomly.
you're around the country.
Because it was literally two
Wow.
places.
He did
'cause
say he was hopping about.
they
innit?
had to postpone the show because they had. Do you remember Rack Concrete last year when all this crumbly concrete was everywhere? They found it in this theatre and they had to change it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you like to plug in your socials?
Oh, Instagram Wang Pics. I'm at
Wangpics.
Wang Pics with an X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Twitter's dead.
X,
Don't worry,
X.
don't worry about it.
I thought that's your generation's social platform.
It was, but it's over.
Oh, is it? It's died.
It's dead. It's over.
What do you guys use now? What's that?
Yeah, we just use rotary phones. to call it.
Yeah.
No, Instagram's for me. I use
Yeah.
Instagram.
Okay. Cool.
All right, Fairs.
we've
Honestly,
been your
thank you
hosts.
so much for coming on.
Oh,
by
thanks
the
for
way.
having me.
Yeah.
It's such a
Yeah.
pleasure.
Thank you.
I love you
Honestly,
guys.
amazing.
It's very sweet for you to let me on
No, thank you for
No, honestly,
messaging
thank you
us.
for coming
and
through.
impart my wisdom on you, the next generation.
No, definitely.
Yes.
You part a lot of wisdom onto me.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's all a learning. It's all a learn. This is literally a
100%,
classroom for me.
100%.
Oh, that's great. Life is a classroom.
Life
You've
is
said names today that, I don't remember how to say them, but if I hear them, I know them.
Yeah.
Got a lot of education too.
But yeah, anyways, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nice
And
to
we've been a bunch of bananas. See you next one.
Banana out. Banana
Peace
Rama.
out. Peace out.
Perfect.
Okay.